What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? Roll Tide 99. Got Jim Beam and Coke tonight. Cheers, buddy. Cheers to you. I got the end of this Missouri and A&M game on right now. Just waiting on the Clemson game to start here in about 10 minutes or so. Once this A&M game ends, I think it's on the same channel. Hold on. I'm going to have Clemson and Florida State on one TV and probably, LSU and Alabama on the other. There's some other games on, though. In the primetime slot, we got, Virginia and Wake, which is a big game in the ACC. We'll see if Virginia can hold on and be undefeated in the ACC or not. Kevin Hawthorne, good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Yeah, I don't care how bad Florida State and Clemson are. I hate Florida State. And I know Florida State hates Clemson. So this is a must-win. This is a must-win for Clemson for a lot of reasons. First of all, Clemson hasn't won a home game against a Power 4 team since the first week of October of last year, over a year ago, which is really unfathomable. I mean, but Clemson needs a home win bad. What's up, Droid? This game is the Battle of the Titans. You know, ironically enough, but they're not good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But I do think that both of these teams are better than their record is. And I guarantee you Florida State players and coaches want to come into Death Valley and win. And I guarantee you that Clemson players and coaches want to get a home win. So for 2, 3, and 5 teams, this isn't going to be a dud of a game. I expect this to be a knockdown, drag-out fight to the end for both these teams. What's up, Pro Potato? Last chance this season to beat a Power 4 team at home. Yeah, because it's the last Power 4 team we've got at home, right? We got Louisville on the road, we got South Carolina on the road, and we got Furman, who's not a Power 4 team, at home. That's right. Boy, that makes it even sadder if they lose. But they're not going to lose. What's up, Sid Irish? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. We're going to have a lot of fun in these next 3 hours. I want to go ahead and give a public service announcement. I might have to give this public service announcement many times tonight. If you've got children in the room with you, you're going to hear the F word a lot. You're going to hear a lot of cussing. I'm sorry. It's just the way I talk, especially when I'm watching football, especially when we're playing Florida State. So if it offends you or anybody else, I'm just letting you know now. You've been warned. What's up, Jamie? The bookie has mistreated me today. Tell him to stop. I don't know who your bookie is. But stop. If he's listening. Got to win tonight. Oklahoma at home and Auburn on the road won't be easy. Yeah, I think I would be more worried about Oklahoma than I would be about Auburn. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. The Mad Tea Sipper says, Pete just ignored me like that. This is the first comment you've made. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Seminole Seth is in the house. What's up, Pete? Kind of hope y'all win so we can fire Notre. Damn, that's kind of sad, man. If you want to lose, I don't want Clemson to lose to Florida State ever. Ever. I'm actually kind of surprised this is a primetime game. I'm sure it's just because of scheduling or, the TV scheduling and all that. But I did not expect 2, 3, and 5 teams to be coming on at prime time in week 11. What's my score prediction for the game, Clemson and Florida State game? I don't know. I'm never picking against Clemson when it comes to Florida State. Now, I've been telling people for the past week, if you care about money at all and you bet on sports, I don't know why you'd bet on Clemson. Clemson's only covered, I think, 2 spreads all year. They covered against Boston College, which might be the worst team in the ACC. No, they are the worst team in the ACC record-wise. And North Carolina, who's also a dumpster fire. But I was a big idiot today. I've been telling people all week not to bet on Clemson, and I let my emotions get the best of me. I hate Florida State so much. NC State and Florida State are the 2 teams in the ACC I hate the most. Well, I don't hate NC State. I just hate Dave Doran. So as long as he's at NC State, I hate NC State. But I hate Florida State. Have my entire life. But I bet on Clemson today. I pulled out all the stops. I bet on Clemson. I realized that the reason Clemson's been losing at home is because I haven't worn my Clemson Tommy Bahama shirt all year. So I did that. I also look at this. I broke out all the guns today. I even got my Clemson Hey Dudes on. It's over for the Seminoles. They're done. Worse than South Carolina? No, I don't hate anybody worse than South Carolina. No, it's Florida State's second on the list. What's up, Robert? South Carolina, I hate the most, and I will till they lower me 6 feet in the ground or shoot me into space. Second is Florida State. UGA Chris says the lady convinced Lou to bet on Clemson. He bet on Clemson too? Well, that's probably good news. He's on a heater. He's on a heater this week. I'm up. What am I up? I've done pretty good. Actually, this might be my best college football season betting that I've ever had. I've won 6 out of the last 7 weeks, which I've never done before, or 5 out of the last 6 weeks, something like that. I'm up $32 right now. I'll tell you what I got. Here's what I got. I got Clemson minus 1.5, which is probably the dumbest bet I've made this week, but I've got Clemson. Wake Forest and Virginia over 48. Florida minus 2.5, Vandy minus 6, and Bama minus 9.5. That's my bets. So here we go. Let's see how many of those I can hit. You suck is always number 1 in the hate department. Yeah, I mean, unless you are some, like I know some Clemson people, like I've got family members more, when I was growing up, my oldest sister and my older brother both went to Clemson. That's how I became a Clemson guy. My oldest sister went to Clemson in the mid 80s. I was just a little kid. So we became a Clemson family then. But since then, I mean, I've got a niece. I've got a niece that's obviously a lot younger than me that went to South Carolina. My youngest sister, who's 13 years younger than me, she's my half sister. She also went to South Carolina. But a lot of people, like if you're a parent and you've got a kid that went to both, you got one kid that went to Clemson, you got one kid that goes to South Carolina. Like I sort of get that. You root for both teams. I mean, you got kids that went there, the whole thing. But outside of those scenarios, I don't know a single Clemson fan that doesn't despise the University of South Carolina, and vice versa. When you grow up in this state, I know the rest of the country doesn't give a shit, but in this state, if you're a Clemson person, you hate South Carolina. If you're a South Carolina person, you hate Clemson. I've seen fist fights. I've been at parties where people get in arguments and actually breaks into violence. It's not a joke. I told my child any college is fine to go to with the exception of OU or A&M. Damn. What's up, Mr. Brown? How did Iowa and Penn State both blow their games? Yeah, but boy, I thought Penn State was going to win that game. They blew it, man. It's been a heartbreaking season for the Nittany Lions, hasn't it? Yeah, I don't know. One game I did bet on today that I won was Georgia. I bet the over 56 in the Georgia game. It went way over. I think it was somewhere in the 60s. Thank you for the PayPal. I don't want to say your government name. I think it's Michael Treese in the chat. Anyway, he says, keep up the good work. I played for Danny Ford in 1985 and 1986, then walked away like a dummy. Biggest regret of my life. Wow. Well, anyway, thank you for supporting the channel, buddy. I appreciate you. 85. My first Clemson game I ever went to was in 1986. That was when my sister was there. My sister was the head rally cat. For those of you who don't know what rally cats are, you got the cheerleaders and then you got the rally cats. The rally cats are the dancers and the cheerleaders are the cheerleaders, essentially. But my sister was the head rally cat from 1980. I think she was there from 85 to 89 or 86 to 89. Anyway, my first game I ever went to was in 1986. She took me to it. I was 6 years old. I was born in 1980. Against Duke. Of course, Clemson won. Pete is the over king. Yeah, I hardly ever bet unders. If I don't like the over, I just usually won't bet it. I feel weird about betting unders. But one of the reasons is if it goes to overtime, it's almost always going to go over. So the odds of going over in general are probably slightly higher than under. At least it is in my mind. What's up, Tyler? Says OH. There's no other Ohio State fans in here that are going to give you the IO, apparently. I'm definitely not. What's up, Yoda? All right, here we go. It looks like we got a packed house in Death Valley. All right, here we go. Clemson game is on. Time to get serious. Appreciate y'all for being here. Hit the thumbs up because YouTube really cares. Y'all know that. I don't, but they do. I might break out the walking stick tonight. Looks like Clemson's going to get the ball to start the game here. It's been raining here in Charleston all day. It looks like it's not raining in the upstate of South Carolina. As far as I can tell, it looks like it's pretty good weather in Clemson right now. Is anybody in Clemson that's watching? Pete, what's my 40-yard dash? Now or when I was 25 years old? That's a whole different story. I'm old now. I'm old and I've got a bad back from doing 30 years of physical labor. The only thing I'm good at now is YouTube and pickleball. I suck at everything else. Actually, I might not even be good at YouTube. And the first play of the game is going to be a pitch play to Adam Randall. Breaks some tackles. Let's fucking go. I told y'all, there's going to be a lot of cussing tonight. There's Britta. Seneca. What's the weather like up there? That's Clemson country. First down on the first play by Adam Randall. What a run there. I want to see a lot of running the ball tonight. We saw a lot of running last week. Because Clay Klubnik has got a hurt ankle, and I think that's the formula. I've been saying it all year. 1st and 10, and they're going to hand it off to Antonio Williams, and he gets across the 40, about a 5 or 6 yard gain there. All right, I like what I'm seeing so far. 2 plays and 2 runs, both by wide receivers. I'm just kidding. That's an Adam Randall joke. Yeah, this is a Tommy Bahama Clemson shirt. This might be my favorite Hawaiian. I only like 20 Hawaiian shirts. This might be my favorite one. 2nd down and 6. Klubnik throws a short pass, almost intercepted. Oh, that was bad there. He's lucky that wasn't picked up. That would have been a pick 6, too. Anyway, incomplete, third down. YouTube TV needs to get their shit together, having to resort to ESPN. Why don't you just change services? Why don't you just change to Hulu or Fubo? Or why do people sit around complaining 2 weeks later about YouTube TV? YouTube TV is not the only streaming service on the planet. I don't understand why people are getting mad about it. Just switch services. As a matter of fact, I'm watching on Hulu right now. It's cheaper than YouTube TV. Third down and 6. Klubnik throws it. Caught by Antonio Williams. Makes a couple guys miss. Oh, no. Then he takes it on the chin. Don't fumble it. Holy shit, he almost fumbled it. He's going to be about 2 yards short. Disney owns Hulu, so no danger of black. Yeah, exactly. I've had Hulu for 3 years. And look, I'm not some kind of Hulu fanboy. I don't really care. The only reason I got Hulu is because it's cheaper and you get more services with it. You get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Hulu Live TV and Hulu On Demand. But I'm not like loyal to Hulu, but I've never had a single year. Every year YouTube TV has this dispute with Disney. Hulu doesn't because they own them. It's quarterback sneak. Was that a quarterback sneak? 4th and 1, Clemson goes for it. I think they got it. First down, Tigers. Let's go. Hulu owns the Purples. Who's the Purples? Does anybody know who the Purples is? I don't. I don't know who the Purples is. All right, 1st and 10. That was a big risk by Dabo. They go for it on 4th and 1 in their own territory there, but they want to win this game. 1st down and 10, Klubnik back to pass. And he throws it over the middle, wide open, and caught. Who's that, Pat Henry? Yes, 1st down, Tigers. I'm liking what I'm seeing here so far. This team ain't quit yet. Inside the 30, another run by Randall, and he's going to fall forward for 5 yards. That didn't even look like a good run, but he still got 5 yards. Uh-oh, he looks like he's a little bit, I don't know if he's kind of limping. Randall, you know what? All the jokes about Randall being a wide receiver converted to running back, this guy's got heart. He's played well this year. The offense has been terrible most of the year outside of last week, but it ain't because of Adam Randall. 2nd down and 6. And they give it to Randall again. He's going to push forward through the pile. A good run there. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first. 3rd and 2 coming up. I wonder how much we're going to see number 9 tonight. Gideon Davidson. Last week he had his coming out party. We need to see some more of him, especially if Randall's a little bit. I think Randall's banged up. Cade with the bum ankle is awesome. Yeah, Cade with the bum ankle is better than Cade healthy. You're right. 3rd down and 3. Randall again, and he's going to get way more than the 1st down. Inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line, 1st and 10 Tigers. Outside of the solid orange uniforms, these are my favorite. This is my favorite combination of uniform for Clemson is the orange jersey with the white pants. That's the sharpest looking uniform they have. 1st down and 10. And they put it at the 15-yard line, not the 14. Klubnik pump fakes, throws it, caught across the middle, and he makes a couple guys miss. Inside the 5, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. Let's go. What's up, Screech? That shirt is fire as fuck. Yes, this is my favorite shirt. This is the reason that Clemson's 3 and 5 is because I haven't wore this shirt until today. Playing against Florida State, I had to break out all the guns. Had to break out the Tommy Bahama shirt. Had to break out the Clemson Hey Dudes, the whole deal. I even got Clemson underwear on. I won't show you all that, though, because I might get kicked off of YouTube. All right, here we go. First down and goal. Cade throws it incomplete, intended for more. Is that... whoever's doing the lights at Clemson thought that was a touchdown and hit the touchdown lights in the stadium, but no, it wasn't a touchdown. It was incomplete. He had his finger on that button, though, didn't he? Y'all see that? Is Mrs. Peete burning couches? I don't know. I think she's sitting. No, she did go to the West Virginia game today against Colorado with my youngest son. I think they're back at her friend's house watching the game right now. Second down and goal. Oh, Adam Randall gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He might have even lost a yard there. That's the one thing about Randall is he's got one lane. It's always up the middle between the tackles. He's not a bounce outside guy. That's what number 9's good for. So when they hand the ball off to number 8, the defense knows where he's going to run for the most part. It's just up to the offensive line to block, which they did a terrible job of doing it on that play. Third down and goal. Klubnik, he's going to run it in for a touchdown. Let's go. He's still got his ankle wrapped up, but he moved pretty good there. Let's go. Tigers strike first with a very daring fourth down conversion in their own territory to keep the drive alive, take it down, and score. Fuck Florida State. Let's see here. That might be the best first drive, opening drive Clemson's had all year. I want Smith back next year. What's up, Nature Boy? We'll still be able to hear you yelling at the hear. you can hear Mrs. Peete yelling at the TV all the way from West Virginia. Gimp leg Cade scores. All right. Let's see. Clemson comes out with a very impressive opening drive against Florida State. Let's see if Clemson's defense here can stop Florida State. Because they couldn't stop anything last week. I mean, absolutely nothing. And Castellanos is a problem. Let's see what Clemson's defense. They need to get pressure on him, and obviously the secondary needs to play way better. The secondary has been a liability all year, but last week might have been the worst secondary performance I've ever seen this year. I don't think Sweeney got in. Went for 2. Ah, shit. He went. Why did he go for 2? I didn't even see that. Yeah, Castellanos is a problem. Yeah, we need the defense to step up here big time. The front seven, the last couple games, has played pretty well. It's been the secondary that's been the problem. Now, the linebacker play is a real problem. Sammy Brown's got flashes of goodness. Really, the best player on the defense has been Will Helt, the transfer from Purdue. But Wade Woodaz is just slow. He can't cover. He's slow. They run right past him. He's not a good run stopper. Woodaz has been a problem. Tight ends down the middle is a problem. Anything over the middle has been a problem. And Florida State knows that. I mean, look, Mike Norvell's no dummy. I mean, he might not be a very good head coach, but he knows offense, and he knows how to expose Clemson's defense. So I'm very interested to see what he's going to do here. I expect to see Castellanos running the ball around a lot. I expect to see them throwing the ball over the middle a lot. Sammy's still young. I have no issues with. Yeah, I don't have any issues with Sammy either. Yeah, Woodaz is just slow. I wouldn't even say that he's not good. He's just slow, and He gets ran by every play. He can't cover. I do think Sammy's good, though. But you need two guys that can play the position, not just one. And it seems like right now, that's all we got is one. I heard that Clemson made some not coaching changes on the defense, but they sort of moved some guys around. I don't know anything. I don't know how much of that is true or not. But Mike Reed is on notice. Mike Reed, the longtime defensive backs coach at Clemson, has put a lot of elite players in the NFL too. So it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing. But the secondary last week was really just unforgivable. Sammy's digressing. I don't think he's digressing. They did get it. It's 8-0. All right, so I got to change the score here. I put up 7 before they even attempted the extra point. Yeah, 8-0. All right, we get our first look here at Florida State's offense and Clemson's defense. The winner of this game might go to the Motel 6 Bowl. Probably more likely the Pop-Tart Bowl. The Pop-Tart Bowl people have been at Clemson the past 3 home games they've had. They really want Clemson to make a bowl game. Castellanos rolls out to his left and throws it. It's caught for a first down and more, a gain of 13. Here we go. Here we go. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. From the 38. And they try to run it, and he's hit immediately. Good tackle there. A gain of maybe 2. Second down and 8 coming up. Castellanos is averaging 17 yards per completion. That's pretty insane. Second down and 8. Castellanos throws it to a wide open receiver again. I can tell it's going to be a long night. I need heart medication. He just dropped the ball. But this year, I'm already getting, I'm having PTSD. I'm having PTSD. I can't believe how wide open these receivers get on this defense. I mean, there's nobody around him. Clemson just got lucky there that he dropped the ball. Third down and 8. From the, what is this, the 40-yard line. Castellanos back to pass under pressure. Escapes pressure, dumps it off short. All right, he only got 3 yards there. We'll see what Mike Norvell decides to do here. It's going to be 4th down. It looks like they're going to punt. And they are. All right, they got lucky and stopped them there. Peete SD. Yeah. PTSD. PTSD. PTSD? Yeah, we got a first drive stop. That was a miracle. We just got lucky. Fair catch call for it to 14. We just got lucky that receiver dropped the ball because there was nothing but green grass in front of him. That might have been a 40 or 50-yard play by Florida State had that receiver not dropped the ball. I mean, it wasn't a perfect pass by Castellanos. It was thrown a little bit behind him, which is why he dropped it. But it was definitely catchable. I mean, he had his hands on it. So, all right, I'm going to turn this other TV over here to, oh, it's not on yet. LSU and Alabama doesn't come on for another 10 minutes. I was like, I thought I was on that. I thought I already had it on that channel, but yeah. LSU and Alabama is going to come on here, and we'll watch that one as well. During these two games, I've only got 2 TVs on here. and obviously I'm doing play-by-play and talking to the chat and everything else. But if anybody sees another game that's more interesting than the LSU-Alabama game, any of the other games in prime time, let me know, and I can switch the TV over to that one. Bama will win. Yeah, I bet on Alabama. What's up, Hard Take? We need those long, good drives to keep our defense off the field. Sad to say. Yeah, it is sad to say. I mean, I'm glad they got off the field there, but again, I'm still seeing the same problems we saw last week in coverage. I just don't understand how these wide receivers get so wide open. It's disconcerting, and it happened just there too. We just got lucky. We need. What's up, tater salad? I love a good tater salad. Who doesn't like tater salad? All right, it's time to take a shot. Y'all want to drink a shot with me? Where's my liquor at? Here it is. We're gonna do a shot. All right. Cheers. Here's the week 11 and go Tigers. Thank y'all for being here. Pete, what's on a Thanksgiving menu? I'm assuming the same thing that's on the Thanksgiving menu every year. Turkey and dressing and green bean casserole and pie. I don't know. But today, I made some sausage, spicy sausage cheese dip, Rotel cheese dip. I make Rotel cheese dip every weekend, every Saturday during football season. And I also made pork loin, rice, and baked potato. First down and 10, Clemson. And who was that? Was that Randall again? They're using no, that was Davidson. They got Gideon Davidson in the game. He picked up about 7 yards on first down. Tater salad is, you could put a potato in anything, I'd eat it. There's not a wrong way to make a potato. You know how Forrest Gump is with the shrimp? That's how I am with potatoes. I don't give a shit how you make it. I like any kind of potato. Second down and 3. Davidson again, this time on the ground, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Good defense there by the Noles. That backed him up a little bit. Third down coming up here. Yeah, there's no bad way to make a potato, as long as it's not raw. I mean, you can bake it, fry it, whatever you want to do to it. As long as it's cooked, I'll eat it. Third down and 4. From the 20. This will be interesting to see what they do here. I bet they're going to throw it, and they are. And it was a terrible pass to a covered receiver. I don't know what that was. I don't even know why Cade threw that ball. He'd have been better off just taking off and running with it at that point. I mean, I don't even know who he's throwing that to. The biggest problem with Cade Klubnik is he gets happy feet in the pocket. And we didn't see this when he was out for that game that Vizina came in. Vizina, I know Dabo loves Cade Klubnik, and I don't hate Cade Klubnik. What a fucking terrible punt. Holy shit, he kicked that thing like 3 yards. The fuck was that? Now we just gave Florida State the ball in Clemson territory. That might be the worst punt I've ever seen in my life. What the hell was that? Bro. Did y'all see that? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, at least Vizina, this is the best part about Vizina is he stands in the pocket. He steps up in the pocket, he stands in the pocket. He doesn't get happy feet and start running around and panic and throw interceptions or throw it in the ground like Klubnik just did. Vizina's cool as a cucumber. All right, 1st and 10, Florida State's going to run it, and they get about a yard. Good defense there by the Tigers. The biggest problem Clemson's had outside of wide open receivers has been stopping the run. They've gotten better at it the past couple games, though. What's up with these kickers and shorts? Yeah, I don't know what the Daisy Duke thing is. They keep getting shorter. Before you know it, they're going to be wearing thongs out there. 2nd down and 9. Castellanos is going to throw it to the sideline deep. That was an ill-advised throw by Castellanos. He was covered. Avion Terrell was all over him like white on rice. So good coverage there by number 8. As a Tennessee fan, I feel your pain. Yeah, well, Tennessee, they're out of the playoffs and out of the SEC hunt, but they're not. They're not 3-5. They're not 3-5 in the ACC. That's bad. That's real fucking bad. 3rd down and 9. Castellanos is going to step up and he's going to take off. And there's nothing. Is somebody going to get him? There's nobody there. It's going to be 1st and goal now, Florida State. I'm going to have to break out the walking stick early today, I think. Does anyone else have issues with their live freezing? Yeah, it happens to me. I don't know what's going on. It's been like the past 3 or 4 weeks. Every live stream I go on YouTube, it freezes after 10 seconds. And it's usually 1st and goal, and they get about 3 yards. Usually after about having to restart it like 3 or 4 times, and then it doesn't happen anymore. I don't know what YouTube did. They did some kind of update, but yeah, I had the same problem when I'm watching people's live streams. It's not me or my internet or anything. Everything over here is fine. It's YouTube. 2nd down and goal for Florida State at the Clemson 8 or 7. And I don't know. Oh, fumble! Clemson ball. I don't know what the hell that was. He's out here looking like Cade Klubnik. That was definitely a fumble, and Clemson got the ball. Let's go! Turnover in the red zone for the Noles. Fuck Florida State. Fuck Bobby Bowden. Fuck Warwick Dunn. Fuck Danny Cannell. Fuck the entire panhandle. You know how people are always saying, like, the South is trying to secede from the Union? The United States should secede from Tallahassee. Fucking dump of a place. Who in the hell would want to live there? Probably going to see over in this game. Yeah, well, yeah. Clemson's going to score 100. That was huge there. Clemson needed a turnover. When's the last time Clemson got a turnover? I don't think there was no turnovers last game. I think you got to go back like 3 or 4 weeks that Clemson's defense forced a turnover. Peete, Destin is nice. Peete, no. Destin is the Myrtle Beach of Florida. Nice. People think anywhere there's a beach, it's nice. That's just not true. I mean, I'm a South Carolina guy. Myrtle Beach is a shithole. It's a dump. Everybody in the state laughs at Myrtle Beach. The only people that like Myrtle Beach are people that live in Ohio. That's it. I mean, if you're from Ohio, Destin is probably nice, because Ohio is even a bigger dump than there. What's up, SE Tiger fan? Prior to that turnover, that only got 3 in the last 6 games. Yeah, they haven't forced a lot of turnovers this year. The water is clear. I don't care about the water. I care about everything else. I don't live in the water. I live on land. Everything on land around there is like Myrtle Beach. I mean, if I was a fish or a fucking mermaid or something, maybe I would care what the water looks like. The water is not clear in Charleston, but Charleston's a beautiful place and a great place to live. You know? I'm not Aquaman. All right. Let's have a beer. Even Aquaman hates Destin. All right, we got the LSU and Alabama games about to come on. Yeah, I like St. Augustine. I like a lot of places in Florida. Where do we go? The hell was the name of that place? 2 years ago. We went to the Keys, but we stopped somewhere for like 3 or 4 days just outside of Miami. I forget the name of the damn place now. I liked it there. It was nice there. Clearwater's nice. I've never been to Tampa, which is like Clearwater's Tampa area. First down and 10, and I didn't see what happened there. It was Gideon Davidson. I didn't see what he did, though. Second down. I took one shot of vodka, and now I got the hiccups. Second down and 8. Got 2 yards on the play. This game's going fast already. It seems like it just started. There's only 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the opening quarter here. Klubnik under pressure. Oh, my God. Just got absolutely murdered inside the 5-yard line. Nobody even attempted to block him. Boy, they're lucky they didn't turn the ball over. That could have easily been a fumble there. He just got absolutely his head taken off. He got decapitated. Look at this. He didn't see him coming either. He turned around and said, uh-oh. Yeah, that's bad. Somebody might want to block that guy. I'm not a football expert by any stretch of the imagination, but somebody might want to block him. 3rd and 15, and they throw it, and they get some of it back here. It's going to be about 5 yards short. Clemson's going to have to punt here. Yeah, they won't run the ball. They ran the ball over and over and over again on the first drive, and it resulted in a touchdown. And ever since then, no need to run the ball anymore. I'm telling you, I don't care if Clemson wins this game or not. Garrett Riley's offense is just not my cup of tea. It's not. I just have visions of him cringing every time he calls a run play. He hates running the ball. He hates it. He wants to throw the ball 60 times a game if he can. Cade pancaked, yeah. I'd pancake too if they had a 350-pound defensive lineman run at me after 1.5 seconds of snapping the ball. The last time Clemson went a game without a turnover was last season against SMU. Wow. All right, the game is about to start here in Tallahassee. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 for the Noles, 8-0 Clemson. 1.5 minutes left in the opening quarter, and Florida State's got some pretty good field position to start this drive at the 43. Castellanos throws a short screen pass, and it's caught, and he gets about maybe 3 or 4. I still don't feel comfortable here. Riley's got to go. His soul dies a little every time he runs the ball. It does. It does. I think he's got like a voodoo doll with running backs and just sticks pins in them. 2nd down and 6. He runs it for about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3. This is a big down here for Clemson. And honestly, unless they lose a bunch of yardage on a sack here, I think Mike Norvell might make this a 4-down situation and go for it no matter what happens here. But 3rd down and 3, I look for the shot downfield or over the middle. That's what I'm looking for. And it is. Castellanos rolls out to his right. Good coverage there, incomplete. Now, I think he might go for it here. Hampton with the stop there. He tried to make the one-handed catch, but he was covered. That's the 2nd or 3rd pass that Castellanos has thrown tonight where he's throwing to a covered receiver. So far, no real complaints here. Outside of that one wide-open receiver on the first drive. Clemson's defense has played okay. And the punt is up. Fair catch called for at the 11. Clemson ball, 16 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. I like, y'all see how, did y'all see how he spelled Wood as his name? Wood ass. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to steal that from you. Auburn with a huge 4th down stop. Wow, Auburn died. Vanderbilt's about to blow it against Auburn? Come on, man. I got to actually bet on Vanderbilt. All right, here we go. 1st down and 10, Clemson at the 11. And what the fuck are we... Oh, how many games do we have left in this season? I don't know if I can take another 3 games of Garrett Riley's offense. I don't know if I can take it. Why? You're on the 12, 11-yard line, and you throw a bubble screen behind the line of scrimmage? Why? I got some kind of false sense of hope that Clemson would try to run the ball in this game because they did on the first drive and it worked. But boy, was I wrong. Back to Garrett Riley's shit. Dabo Swinney must be the one that drew up the plays on the first drive. Now it's back to Garrett Riley again. Why does he hate running the ball so much? I was told Riley wasn't an issue last week. But that was because Cade Klubnik was hurt and he couldn't. They had to run the ball. The only offense worse than Clemson is the Clemson offense, the offensive line for LSU. That drive was definitely scripted. Yeah, the first drive was definitely scripted. But now it's back to the normal shit that we've been seeing all season. 80% of the passes are behind the line of scrimmage. Bubble screens, swing passes. It's just, I mean, we're running the ball well. I have to look it up. I know it's early, but let's see. I'm guaranteeing you Clemson is averaging somewhere around 6 yards a carry, but we refuse to carry the ball. I guarantee it. This is what, their 4th drive? Shit. Where's it at? I'm gonna tell you right now. What's this thing called? It's just called College Football app. I love this app. All right, here we go. Stats. Clemson. Adam Randall, 5 attempts for 23 yards, 4.6 yards per carry. Davidson, 3 carries for 8 yards, 2.6 yards per carry. So they're averaging somewhere around 4 yards per carry. But they don't want to run the ball. Let's see what the passing stats are. We've got more rushing yards than passing yards, and we've attempted passes more than rushes. So that tells you all you need to know right there. The passing stats are Antonio Williams, 2 for 2 for 3 yards. That's because it's behind the line of scrimmage. Tristan Smith, 1 catch for 3 yards. Pat Henry, 1 catch for 1 yard. They've got a total of 7 yards passing. 7. Tells you all you need to know right there. That's Garrett Riley offense. 7 yards passing on their 4th drive. Randall's averaging 6. Well, I don't know. I just read it. It said 4.6. But whatever. The point is they need to be running the ball. But here we go with Mike Norvell. What's he going to say? Got to get momentum, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. These in-game coach interviews are stupid. Klubnik's going to keep it, and he gets up to about the 18-yard line on 2nd and 12. He looks like, have you ever scared a rabbit out of a bush? That's what he looks like. When things start to collapse, Klubnik looks like a rabbit. He doesn't know, or a squirrel in the middle of the road. When you're about to run over a squirrel and they just start doing like this, and they don't know which to go, and then boom, before you know you hit him. That's what Klubnik looks like. He's a fucking squirrel. 3rd down and 4 from the 18. Klubnik, here we go. Happy feet, rolls out to the right. Ah, damn it. What was that? Run the fucking ball! I'd fire Garrett Riley on the sideline right now. I don't care if you're winning. I'd fire him right now. I'd be like, look, I'll even buy your plane ticket. We'll give you a Clemson private plane back to fucking Texas or California, wherever the fuck you came from. 4th down and 4, you got a punt. Another shit punt, but it got a Clemson bounce. All right, I'll take that. That was about a 60-yard punt. Down to the 31. Davison has a great block there. Yeah, but Pete, there were open receivers. Yeah, only one play. Yeah, there's always open receivers, and we're always just one play away from winning. I mean, if we hit all the open receivers and we just, made all the one plays, we'd be 8-0 and, ranked number 1 in the country. It's great. Stop them. Florida State runs it on 1st down and picks up about 4. Vandy's in overtime. That means I lost my bet on that one because I got them at, what do I have them at? I guess it's not over. I think I got them at -6. 2nd down and 7. Castellanos, short pass, dropped. Another drop pass by a receiver. Let's see what I got here. What do I have them at? Forgot. I forgot. I'll tell you right now, though. Yeah, I got Vandy -6. All right, 3rd down and 7 for the Noles at the 34. Castellanos under pressure, throws, it's caught. Hit him, get him. He's got to be short. He got to the 40. He's going to be about a yard short there. Maybe 2 yards. So it's going to be 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 coming up here. I got a hole in my lip or something. Spilling shit. Good tackle there by Khalil Barnes. All right. They're going for it here on 4th and 2. Down 8 on the road in Clemson. Castellanos under pressure, throws it wide open. Oh, he dropped it again. Oh my God. That was 6 points. He just dropped 6 points. He just dropped 6 points. Fuck Florida State. Let's block this dumbass here. See you later, buddy. Have a good life. Clemson is bad, but Florida State is worse. Yeah, I agree. I took care of the spam guy. I thought, no, hold on. Hold on. Shit. I hid the wrong person. P. Jones, I didn't mean to hide you. I just unhid you. I'm trying to, there we go. That was user error on my part. I did unhide you, though. You didn't do anything wrong. I just missed what happened on first down messing with that spam guy. Yeah, any moderator in the chat, if y'all see that spam people, just block them. Just block them. 2nd down and 5. From the, what is this, the FSU 34. Flea flicker. Klubnik throws it deep. Caught. Touchdown, Antonio Williams. Fuck Florida State. Let's go. Let's go. That was a very ugly flea flick play. I'm not going to lie. I thought that might have turned into a disaster. But it worked. It somehow worked. That was a hell of a catch. Boy, that was a risky play call there. Look, I like the outcome of it. I don't really like the play call there. I mean, that could have really been bad, but it worked. So as long as it works, you're a genius, I guess. So touchdown, and they're going to kick the extra point. That's going to be 15-0 Clemson. Let's go Tigers. Yeah, that was scary. Give Garrett Riley a raise? No, I'm not a fan of the play call. It just worked. Yeah, Clay says that was a miracle. I agree. That was a miracle. It worked, though. All right, meanwhile, over in Tuscaloosa, it's about 5 minutes into the game here, and it's still 0-0, and it looks like LSU might have just got a turnover. Yeah. Bama just turned the ball over. Was this a fumble? Yeah, they fumbled it. LSU recovers. A lot of people have been saying LSU might win this game. I still think Alabama's superior to LSU, but if LSU is going to compete this game, it's going to be on defense, not on offense. Their offense is terrible. 1st down and 10. Again, flag right there. LSU's offense is almost... They might be the most disappointing offense as far as expectations coming into the season and the amount of talent that they have. I mean, Clemson's been disappointing too, but they've had some big games. LSU's, every week, their offense is disappointing. Every week. And then they just got a penalty there. 1st down and 15. They can't run the ball. They just fumbled. Holy shit. He just fumbled. That's their best offensive play of the game. He fumbled it forward for 8 yards. Oh, God. But they got lucky they didn't turn that over there. He fumbled it for a 1st down almost. What's up? Who is that? Mr. Kyle. What's up, Mr. Kyle? Nussmeier rolls out on 2nd and 3, throws, it's caught inside the 40. There we go. First down, LSU. All right, back in Clemson here. 12 minutes left in the half. I forgot to change that, didn't I? I did. Y'all aren't doing a very good job of reminding me of this stuff here. Sometimes you got to slap me upside the head and say, hey, idiot, it's the second quarter. And Clemson kicks it off. It's going to be a touchback. Florida State down 15-0 on the road. Let's see what they can do here. Hopefully nothing. Touchdown Vanderbilt. Let's go. What's the score now? I need them to win by 6. Can we get that at least? I need Vanderbilt to win by 6 points. That was a hell of a catch by Antonio Williams. But Antonio Williams is an absolute baller. So that doesn't surprise me. And on 1st and 10, they're going to pitch it to the running back and he's going to put his head down. And man, hard run there. He got about 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 coming up for the Noles. 45-38. That sounds great to me. If it ends that way, I win. If that ends at that score, I win. 2nd down and 5. And it's going to be a first down by the Noles up close to the 40 at about the 38 or 39. And Florida State's playing a little bit of hurry-up offense here. They're playing fast, which they need to. That's one of Clemson's issues on defense is playing against fast offenses. 1st and 10. Castellanos back to pass, under pressure, throws it deep. And he overthrew a wide open receiver again. Boy, they just can't get on the same page. Either he throws a dime piece and the receiver drops it, or a receiver gets wide open and he misses him on the pass. That was a touchdown there. What a terrible pass. Look at that. He's got 5 steps on the Clemson defender there. Just missed him. 2nd down and 10. Castellanos back to pass again. Throws it behind the line of scrimmage. Caught. Hit immediately. Gets across the 40. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 maybe. No lead is safe with this defense. We need to score. Yeah, I agree. I mean, up to this point, it's just been a couple of drop passes and, that one there, overthrow, a wide open receiver. So Florida State's kind of hurting them, killing themselves right now on offense. 3rd down and 4. Another shitty pass out of the backfield. I don't know what's going on with Castellanos. He looks terrible. He looks awful. And they're going to have to punt here. He looks rattled or something, man. He's not playing well. UConn beat Duke. Are you serious? That's not surprising. Hello, Pete. Looks good for Clemson so far. What's up, Roger Dodger? Roger Dodger. Got time to punt. Fuck Florida State. And they're going to let the ball. Oh, my God. What a punt. That thing landed on the 2 and backed up to the 4 instead of bouncing forward. You can't punt the ball much better than that. There's no way. So Clemson's so the best part of Florida State so far in this game has been their punter by a lot. Let's do another shot. Why not? It's Saturday. Clemson's winning. For now. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you all for being here. Appreciate all the support. Hit the thumbs up and all that good stuff. Cheers. Ugh. Yeah, Castellanos looks rattled. He does. I never bought into him. I mean, look, he got benched at Boston College for a reason. Then he quit on his team. Then he went to Florida State. And then we saw him have a really good game the first week of the season against Alabama. And everyone's like ready to crown him as a Heisman winner. I've never bought into Castellanos. He's not consistent. I think he's a little bit arrogant. Obviously he doesn't care. He's not loyal to a team necessarily from what he did at Boston College. He talks a lot of shit, and most of the time he doesn't back it up. So, what am I taking shots of? It's this. Vodka. Born Shaka. Oh, Boom Shakalaka. I thought you said Born Shakalaka. All right, both these games are on commercial right now. Antonio Williams faked it really well, but even a better punt. Yeah, it was that. Look, so far that's been the best player on Florida State's team has been the punter. But I'm still not comfortable, even with a 15-0 lead, because the amount of wide open receivers I've seen in this first half has been alarming, to say the least. What happened here? Virginia, Wake Forest is about to score, and they turned it over inside the 5-yard line. And Virginia continues to roll. First down and 10, Clemson. Look, at this point, there's no reason to be throwing the ball all over the place. Run the fucking ball. You're up 15. Let's run it. No. Thrown and caught by Tristan Smith, and he got about 9 yards. I don't know why does he refuse to run the ball? I don't understand this. I mean, that worked, but it was almost a disaster. It was almost a safety. Second down and 1. And they do run it this time with Davidson, and he gets the first down and more, a gain of 5 or 6 on the run. Let's keep doing that. Vandy wins, pay Pete. Let's go. Did they win by 6 or more? Because that's the only way I won. Sounds like they won by 7. First down and 10, Clemson. Please run the ball here. Please run the ball. And they do with Antonio Williams. How about run the ball with the fucking running backs? I guess I need to be more specific. When I yell at the TV and say run the ball, I don't mean to run it with Antonio Williams. I mean to run it with one of your running backs. That's what I mean. Even the announcers are on here talking about all this, everything that Dabo's won, as if that has shit to do with anything in this game. Second down and 9. No, empty back set. Another throw, caught this time over the middle. It's going to be third and about 3, catch by Pat Henry. I've never seen so many empty back sets in my life as what we've seen since Garrett Riley got to Clemson. I hate empty back sets, as a whole. I prefer 2 back sets. I want to double up on that. I like 2 running backs in the game, not just 1. Third down and 3. I swear. Timeout, Clemson. Antonio's just pretending he's converted running back like Randall. When he was at TCU for that national championship run, he had a 1,600-yard rusher. I figured he would be a no-brainer to have a 1,000-yard guy. Well, that just tells you what was going on at TCU. I don't know how much control of that offense. He has complete control of the offense pretty much as far as play calling at Clemson. I don't know, maybe he didn't have that at TCU. Because it doesn't look anything like what he ran at TCU. This looks more like a Mike Leach air raid style of offense than it does what he did at TCU. 3rd down and 3. From the, what is this, the 26? Yeah. Another empty back set. Hold on, Randall's in motion here. Now he runs out to fucking wide receiver. Ah, dang it. Here we go again. 3rd and 3. No running backs. Back to pass, under pressure, happy fucking feet. He does throw it and it's caught by Moore. It did work. But just more of the same. 1st down, Clemson. No threat of a run at all. Happy feet McGee. Donald, welcome to Champion. Hey, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you supporting the channel, man. Welcome to Champion. 1st down and 10. From the 50. Klubnik again. Throws, it's caught to the sideline. And that's going to be a 1st down. Who's that, Turner? We got a Cole Turner sighting. Well, they throw it to him 100 times a game, but he only catches it about 1% of the time. So good job, buddy. 2nd down. I think it's, 2nd down and 1. Run the ball. That's what I've been saying. Saying that all year. If they don't run it on 2nd and 1, I might put my head through this drywall right here. And they're going to say it was a 1st down. So they changed it was 2nd and 1. They said he got across the line of gain there. 6.5 minutes left in the half. 1st down, Tigers. We are so one-dimensional. Yeah, we've been one-dimensional all year. Except for last week. Clemson had their best offensive performance of the year by a lot last week, even though they lost, and they ran the ball, with 32 times with running backs. So there's a correlation there. And what's going on here? How is that not? He just got body slammed, and there was no call. 2nd down and 6. Dabo's right to be mad about that. That was insane. He didn't make any friends this week with the refs, though. The refs probably fucking hate him. I bet they hate him. 2nd down and 6. Now they're going to run it. And look, come on, man. Push him forward. Got 5. Let's go, number 9. Feed that man. Y'all let this guy wear Travis Etienne's number for a reason. I don't care. Oh, he's a freshman. He's a true freshman. Clemson ain't got no running back. He's true. Well, Travis Etienne was a true freshman when he broke out, too. What are people talking about? Let this man eat. Every time he gets the ball, he makes something happen. Give it to him. 3rd and 1. You better give it to number 9. And they do. And he gets a 1st down. Fuck you. Told you. Run the ball, man. Let's go. Fuck it.
Casket!
Yeah, he's a stud. They didn't start giving him the ball till like week 7. And then they only gave it to him 3 times. Like, here's a little bit of crumbs. Here, Here's a little bit of crumbs. I know you're averaging 5 yards a carry. Here's a little bit of crumbs. It took them losing 5 games to realize that this guy knows how to play football. 1st and 10. What is this end around shit here? What the fuck are we doing? A gain of whatever, 3. Trick play. 2nd down. Y'all still ain't found a running back, Pete, who's number 9. Are you watching the game or not? I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Gideon Davidson's number 9. 2nd down and 6. Klubnik, happy feet, rolls out to his left, throws it on the run, and he just throws it into the back of the end zone, intended for the tight end. He was open, too. Davidson, y'all need a future feature guy for sure. He's a true freshman. So he's a true freshman that got offered by everybody that matters in college football. Your team wanted them. Clemson got him. He's barely played, and when he has played, he's played great. So I don't know what you're talking about. 3rd down and 6. Klubnik. Short pass, Tristan Smith. What the fuck are we doing? I really hate this high school offense, man. Going for it? Are they going for it here? It's 4th and 5. Inside of 3 minutes left. From the 22. Trying to draw him off sides, didn't work. Called timeout. It's like they're going to bring the field goal unit out here. First time out of the half, by the way. Florida State has not used a timeout, neither has Clemson until now. Good luck, Taters. Y'all need to tighten up, though. Yeah. Yeah, I say take the points here. And they will. He will. This will make it 18-0 in the first half. I mean, with this lead, Clemson should just be running the ball. I mean, 70% of the time. And what a beautiful kick that was. Right down the middle from 40 yards. To make it 18-0 Tigers. I told y'all the only reason that Clemson's 3-5 is because I haven't worn this shirt. Until now. I should have been wearing it the whole time. This shirt's undefeated. I have never worn this shirt and seen Clemson lose. So, you're down. If you're a Florida State fan, you're fucked. What's up, Smokey the Bear? Get ready to change it to 18-7. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on Castellanos to throw a ball that's catchable, and I'm waiting on a receiver to be able to catch a ball. I am waiting. We'll see if it happens here. I'm not too confident about it, though. I don't think you should be either. Florida State bought into another lie from Mike Norvell, and they're mad at me about it. What's hanging on your hat? It's the microphone that you're listening to me talk on. This is what I usually talk on, but it doesn't work for these kind of streams when I'm walking around and shit. So I had to get this. I had to get this instead. I had too many complaints. Clemson pitching a shutout. Yeah, that's not because of Clemson necessarily. It's because Florida State's just shitting all over themselves on offense. They're awful. Now, hopefully it stays that way. Did I just get back from Hawaii? No. Who said that? BMC? Sir, you should see my closet. If you saw my closet, your mind would be blown. It looks like my closet looks like I live in Hawaii. I probably got 20 Hawaiian shirts. Did I lose a bet to wear that shirt? Are you fucking kidding me? This shirt is absolute fire. What are you talking about? Tommy Bahama Clemson shirt? Son? Shit. I'd wear this every day if my wife let me. Dog fans are pathetic. Yeah, this shirt's fire. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to block you. How about my shoes, though? Look at these. Look. Look. Let's do it this way, I guess. I'm going to put the paw the right way. Look at these. Come on, man. I told you, I even got Clemson underwear on, too. I'm not going to show you that, though. That's only on my OnlyFans page. If you want to see my underwear, you got to go to my OnlyFans page. So, when they used to have Kmart, the shark shirts. All right, here we go. Clemson's going to kick off here, up 18-0. And he kicks it right out. He kicked that through the field goal uprights. Did y'all see that? He kicked that through the uprights. Damn. Wow. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Knowles. Hey Dudes are the shit. Yeah, I've got about 10 pairs of Hey Dudes, too. But I hardly ever wear them, honestly. They don't agree with my, I don't know what it's, if it's the shape of my foot. I've got big arches in my feet. I don't have flat feet. I think Hey Dudes are more for people with flat feet. I get like a backache if I wear Hey Dudes all day. I'm wearing them today for Clemson. That's it. 1st down and 10. And Castellanos is going to lose 3 yards. Good defense there by the Tigers. Boy, look at that. Wood Ass. Wood Ass is having his best game of the season so far. Wood Ass. 2nd down and 13. Uh-oh, this might be a false start by Florida State. They're rowing the boat. You can't hide money. I don't have a lot of money. Amazon is cheap too. I got some of those, but they are Bulldog ones. I had to put them on layaway. Oh, you're talking about the Hey Dudes? Yeah. Yeah, we actually looked at them on the midday show one day. They only got like, I guess they strike deals with these teams or whatever. They only had like 6 or 7 teams. They had Miami ones, Alabama, Clemson, I want to say Texas, and like Southern Cal. There's only like 5 or 6 of them that have a deal with Hey Dude, but Clemson's one of them. Yeah. So I was happy about that. I didn't buy these, actually. My father-in-law bought them and gave them to me because he knew I would wear them. But I don't wear them except for when I'm streaming Clemson games. I've worn these shoes. I've had these shoes for like 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I've only worn them like 3 times. What's up, T-Unit? Biggest score shocker today is BYU. Yeah, they got absolutely. But Texas Tech is just, they destroy everybody. I mean, they might be the best team in the country. I'm not saying they're going to win the national title or anything, but they just run over everybody they play. LSU and Bama is 0-0 thriller so far in the first. Yeah, I've got that on here, right here. Now, Alabama's about to attempt a 45-yard field goal. Let's see if they can get it to take the lead at home. And the kick is up. And so Alabama does get on the board. It's going to be 3-0 Bama at the end, towards the end of the first quarter. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the first there. Alabama favored by 9.5. Well, they were favored by 9.5, at least when I bet it about 4 days ago. Bama will win. Yeah, they should. They should. LSU's. I mean, you don't fire your coach because you're a good team. So, Texas Tech has used their NIL money wisely. Yeah, they spent $50 million. They spent $50 million in NIL this year. They lead the country in NIL spending, I think. They got the best team money can buy. All right, 2nd down and 13 for Florida State. Short pass caught, hit immediately. Good defense there by the Tigers. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. Clemson needs to stop them here. I'd like to see Clemson get the ball back and get another field goal or something. Make this a 21-point game before half or more. Third down and 4. And Castellanos is back to pass under pressure, throws it wide open, caught across the 50. We've seen a lot of wide open receivers in this game by Florida State. That was the first guy that actually caught the fucking ball, though. 1st and 10. So Florida State's got all 3 timeouts left, so time is not really an issue here. They're in Clemson territory at the 48. Trying to get on the board. Castellanos throws it to a covered receiver. That was almost intercepted by Terrell. Incomplete. Navy is tied with Notre Dame. Go Navy. LSU has spent $54 million to fire Brian Kelly. Texas Tech got off cheap. That's actually a good point. Yeah. You'd rather spend money on NIL than a massive buyout. 2nd down and 10. Oh, another open receiver that just dropped the ball. How many drops is that by Florida State in the first half? It's got to be at least like 4 or 5. Unbelievable. I got the hiccups again. You know it's bad when Kentucky gets a coach fired. Yeah, that is bad. You're right. 3rd down and 10. From the Clemson 48. Empty back set. Castellanos throws it over the middle. Caught. He's going to be taken down about 2 yards short. And they're going to go for it here, I think. But they got to. I mean, why would you punt it? And you're not in field goal. What is going on here? They call a timeout? Yeah, I was about to say, I know they're not running off the field. They're going to go for it here. It's 4th and 2, 1 minute and 6 seconds left. When's the last time T.J. Parker made a play? 2023. His freshman year. Time for a shot? I'll take a shot with you. Fuck it. I mean, you don't have to talk me into it. Let's go. Y'all are a bad influence on me. Y'all are a bad influence on me. Plus, I'm left to my own devices. My wife is out of town with my youngest son. So there's nobody here to regulate how dumb I am. Cheers. Which actually, she can't regulate how dumb I am. Even when she's here, I'm dumb. So that's just an excuse on my part. First, 4th down and 2. Here we go. Castellanos gonna take off. He's gonna get the first down and more. Somebody get this motherfucker inside the 20. Slides down at the 10. God damn, they're about to score. Flag. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Rorge. This might be a holding call. This might be a holding call against Florida State. Let's see what the flag is here. And that's a personal foul against Clemson. Come on, man. What are you doing? First and goal now after the penalty. 55 seconds left. We need a turnover here. I don't want Florida State to score. Just for my own mental health reasons. Castellanos rolls out to his right. Now he's got all fucking day. Somebody get him! Oh, intercepted! Oh, he said incomplete. The defensive back caught it, but he was out of bounds. That was a terrible decision by Castellanos there. He got lucky that wasn't turned over. What is going on here? Is Castellanos lined up at receiver? What the fuck are we doing? That was a terrible decision by Castellanos. He got lucky. Hold on now. Hold on now. Hold on. His foot was in bounds. That's an interception. Like run the tape back. Y'all love to review every goddamn play. Let's review this one. He landed on his leg, I think. Y'all see that? Challenge it. Yeah, come on. Challenge it. That's a penalty flag. There's no challenge flag in college football. That might be an interception, though. It's, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. But I've never seen this before. If your foot comes down on somebody's leg and it comes down on the part of their leg that's in bounds, does that mean that your foot is in bounds? Or does it wait till your foot slips off their leg and goes out of bounds? I don't know. I've never seen that before. I don't know. Does anybody know the rule on that? I honestly have no idea. I am, every once in a while you see some shit you've never seen before. This is one of those moments for me. I don't know how to call it. I don't know what the rule is. His foot was definitely in bounds on his leg, but does that mean it's in bounds on the field? I don't know. I honestly don't know. All right, here we go. Anyway, it's going to be, what is the 2nd down and goal? Said he was out of bounds. 47 seconds left here on the 7-yard line. Castellanos under pressure, thrown and caught for a touchdown. And they're trying to say incomplete. And it is incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. I didn't see that. The camera angle was weird on that. I couldn't really see the ball. Here we go. Here's a different angle. This man reached around his taint to catch the ball, and he did. What was that? And this motherfucker's like catching the ball like this. And then he drops it on the ground. What the hell was that? That was the infamous taint catch. 3rd and goal. Now Norvell is going to be mad because he thought he caught the ball with his taint, so he's mad about it. Got to secure it through contact. Reaching around is when you know when you need to lose weight. Yeah. That was a weird play there. My man, boy, he would win at Twister. I'll give him that. Don't play Twister with that guy at a party. I've never seen somebody twist like a pretzel like that before. Taint gate. Pete, congrats so far. I told you so. Eddie, the game's not over, Eddie. I appreciate the sentiment and all that, but we still got a whole 2 quarters of football left, and they might score here. 3rd and goal. This game's far from over, believe me. Have you watched Clemson this year? There ain't no such thing as a comfortable lead. At least not yet. Castellanos on 3rd and goal. So is anybody going to even try to attempt to put pressure on him? See, I told you. Florida State touchdown. Eddie. As soon as Eddie comes in here, they score. BMC says, Pete, I was just cutting up with you. You're amazing and fantastic. No, you're amazing and fantastic for being here. 33 seconds left. I think Florida State might go for 2 here. I mean, they probably should. I don't know what Dabo's mad about. What's Dabo mad about? Dabo stays yelling at somebody, especially the refs. Let's see here. What's he mad about? Is he trying to call for an offensive hold? What's he mad about? Offensive holding? Oh, he's trying to say it wasn't a catch. The ball did hit the ground. Oh, he went out of bounds. What's up, Scott? Thank you, sir, for the support. Hey, where the white bitches at? You said where the white women at because YouTube won't let you type bitches in there. And you know how I know that? Because I've tried to send super chats to people, and it won't let me say bitch. So you had to say where the white women at, but what you really meant was where the white bitches at. I don't know. There ain't no white bitches in this house, or bitches of any color, actually. Snow bunnies. Ain't no snow. There ain't no snow or white bitches around here. And the call is upheld. That's going to be a touchdown for Florida State. I think they might go for 2 here. They probably should. It's 18 to... Yeah, with 18 points, you might as well go for 2. And I think they will. How old is Mike Norvell? Y'all know how, and they kick an extra point to make it 18-7. Y'all know how, like when you see a president, like when they enter office and they're like 45, 50 years old or whatever, and then they're in office for 4 or 8 years, and when they come out, they look like they're 80. That's what Mike Norvell looks like at Florida State. Mike Norvell got the job, what is it, 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago? At Florida State, he came in there looking like a frat boy who was like 21 years old. Now he looks like he's 60. He's probably younger than I am. He's 44. Yeah, he's younger than me. I'm 45. Ah, dang. Mike Norvell has gone 90% gray in 4 years. That's what going 2-10 will do to you, I guess. Pigskin is 45. Yeah, I'm 45. I just turned 45 in October. All right, 33 seconds left here. Florida State does get the ball to start the second half. I want to see Killer Dabo, man. Like, you got 33 seconds left. He's probably just going to kneel it. He's just going to kneel it, go to half. I know. I've seen Dabo this year. He's too scared. He got scared lately. He's scared he's going to fuck something up. And by the way, I don't blame him because, I mean, they fucked a lot up this year, but he's always scared about something. He's just going to kneel it, I bet. 45 is almost 50. No, it's not. 46 is almost 50. I don't know if you can't count. Do you need a calculator? If you have an iPhone or even an Android, it probably has a calculator on it. You can figure out that 45 is halfway through 40 and 50. 46 is almost 50. I don't even have an iPhone. What are you, Hufferbilly Paw? What are you typing on, a Kindle? He's got an Amazon Fire. He got a Kindle or an Amazon Fire tablet. All right, that's going to be the end of the first half here, 18-7, officially. So, I mean, look, I would love to sit here and beat my chest about how impressive Clemson looked. Obviously, I'm happy to have an 18-7 lead. I mean, it's better than being down. But we saw a lot of just terrible mistakes by Florida State's offense. It could be a lot closer than it is, and that does not make me happy going into the second half. It doesn't. Also, what doesn't make me happy is that Clemson still refuses to commit to the run. Out of the, what do they have, 7 or 8 drives offensively in the first half, they only committed to the run, I think, one drive, the opening drive, which was the best drive they had. So I'm just not, even with the lead here, I don't feel comfortable. This is not a comfortable lead to me. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. I am going to take about a 5-minute break, though, and go pee and grab a snack real quick. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Just need a break real quick. Thank you. All right, we got tie game in Tuscaloosa, 3-3. What's up, Super Walt? Coming here at halftime and Pete is gone. Yeah, I have to take a break, man. All the yelling and walking around I do during the games wears me out. I'm old. Look at me.
All right, we got...
Oh, no. Flag down. Pass interference call against LSU, I think. Yeah. Well, you can't grab a guy by his head. Stone Cold Cowboy, Pigskin Pete, what's up, brother? How about them Tigers so far? So far, I'm happy, although I'm not confident. Florida State made a lot of mistakes offensively there in the first half. It could easily be close to tied or even Florida State leading. I mean, they busted 2 touchdowns. The Browns went to the Super Bowl. When was that? $1969? The last time the Browns went to the Super Bowl, South Carolina won an ACC title. That's how long it's been for that. Let's look at some of the scores here, because obviously I've only been paying attention to the Clemson and the Clemson game and the LSU and Alabama game. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see here. Cal is up on Louisville right now, 17-13 at halftime. Wake Forest is up on Virginia, 10-6. Clemson up 18-7 on Florida State. Alabama just scored to take a 7-point lead against LSU. Notre Dame is struggling with Navy. Late in the second quarter, 14-7, Notre Dame. Kentucky is up on Florida, 17-7. Holy shit. And Nevada is losing 34-0 to Utah State. We got some games about to come on right now. What time is it? It's about 10 till 9. We got Nebraska and UCLA coming on at 9. Dylan Raiola is out for the season. So,
Casket!
Nebraska's in trouble. UCLA might win that game. UNLV at Colorado State at 9:30. We got here. There's not a lot of great games on late. Usually we have like a West Coast game that's good late. I guess Nebraska and UCLA is the best late game today. I don't know. I mean, nobody cares about Hawaii and San Diego State. San Diego State is quietly 7-1 though. Quietly 7-1. Sam Houston, I already said that. That's it. That's it. Virginia needs to win this game, but Virginia is currently in first place in the ACC. Yeah, 10-3 Alabama. I've got out. Let me pull my bets up here. I won the Vanderbilt game. I should be good. I should be good now. I'm up $57. I've got. Here's the bets I have left over tonight. I probably won't bet any more games than this. I've got 4 bets out right now. I've got Wake Forest and Virginia over 48. Clemson minus 1.5, which might be the dumbest bet I've ever made, but I still made it. And Florida minus 2.5, and that's not looking good. And Bama minus 9.5. I need to win at least 2 of those. I need to win the Clemson game. That's my biggest bet. And we'll see. But I'm up $57 for the week, which ain't bad. It's better than being down $57, isn't it? I think it is. Let's see. LSU is not playing terrible tonight. Chris says Florida State can do this. Yeah, if they can catch the ball. Florida State. Oh, we can't let Florida State score in the third. No. You know I'm lying. You're not lying. You're not lying. This game is far from over. 18-7 sounds great. I mean, it's better than being down 18-7, I guess, but have you watched Clemson this year? The defense is suspect, especially in the second half. I'm not feeling great. I mean, I'm happy they're winning. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not, I'm not beating my chest about 18-7 right now. They got to finish. Finishing is something they haven't done at home in a while. Pro Potato says this defense is going to get exposed. I have that gut feeling. Yeah. Don't say that, bro. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying don't say it. And Castellanos has played terrible. Castellanos, that's one of his worst first halves of the season so far. Again, at least 2 wide open touchdowns that he overthrew, and 1 wide open touchdown that the receiver dropped it. So that's 3 touchdowns right there that Florida State left on the board. What's up, P Digits? 2 years, who would have thought? Wow. Clemson needs to run the ball in the second half. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I mean, you have no reason not to. You're up by 11 points. The clock is on your side. Run the ball. But I don't think they will. I mean, I don't know why anybody would think that Clemson would commit to the run. They haven't done it all year. The only reason they did it last week is because they had to. Because Klubnik, his ankle was hurt. And it might still be hurt. I don't know. But he looks better physically than he did last year. Yeah, I'm a Panthers fan. What's my wife doing tonight? She's in West Virginia at her friend's house with my youngest son. They went to the West Virginia and Colorado game today. Yeah, Florida State gets the ball to start the second half. Yeah, West Virginia won. That's not surprising. That was my, I've taken my son to a bunch of Clemson spring games. He's only 10 years old. But he's never been to an actual real college football game before. Today was the first one he went to. And my wife's friend, she has a son the same age as him. They're both 10. So they had a good time. Yeah, Morgantown's a cool place. I've been to Morgantown before, but never to a game there. It's a pretty place. I mean, West Virginia is a pretty state. I mean, there's not a lot going on there other than the university there, but it's beautiful up there. Would you be surprised if Ohio State doesn't win the national title? No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think there's probably about 6 or 7 teams that can win the national title. And Ohio State's one of them. But Ohio State not winning the national title would not surprise me, no, if that's what you're asking. What's up, Tiger Red Devil? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. What do you think about the game so far? All right, here we go. 2nd down and 5 for Alabama at their own 44-yard line. 6.5 minutes left in the first half for them. Simpson throws it over the middle. Caught! Oh, big play inside the 30. Down to the 23 or 24-yard line. Big play by the Tide there. Played better than expected, but there was a couple of times where there was no coverage at all. Wide open receivers. It's been a problem all year. And it's been a problem in this game. They really got lucky that Castellanos can't fucking hit the broadside of a barn so far. This is the mentality of a Clemson fan this year. Tiger Red Devil says we still have the second half to fuck it up. And look, obviously we don't want that. But he's speaking the truth. This game is far from over. Panthers should be 6-4 after tomorrow. Yeah, the Panthers have been surprisingly good this year. Surprisingly good. They are a wagon. If you're a betting on the Panthers, I think they've covered 7 out of the 8 games they played or something. Or 6 of the 8, something like that. They've covered almost every week. Florida has just given up. I should have believed in jackpot on Kentucky. Yeah, I didn't believe that at all. I didn't bet that. Well, yeah, I did bet that game, didn't I? I forget what I bet. Yeah, I took Florida minus 2.5. That game's far from over, too, though. Kentucky's terrible. Oh. We'll see. I mean, but, Florida might be in give-up mode. I mean, they got no coach. All right, the second half is about to start here in Clemson. Inside of 5 minutes left here in the first half in Tuscaloosa. Alabama up 10-3. All right, here we go. The kickoff just happened. All right, let's go. Let's see if Clemson can get a stop here or not. Where's my shot glass at? Let's take another shot. Almost out. See that little bit at the bottom there? I got maybe a shot or two left here. All right, cheers. Go Tigers. Appreciate you. Let's go. All right, time to break out the walking stick too. Y'all know how I do. The second half is always the walking stick. 1st down and 10. Castellanos under pressure, and he throws a sidearm pass. Well, a loss of 7 yards on the play by Woodass. Boy, this is the best game that Woodass has played all year. By a lot. Look at this. Let's go, number 17. All the shit we've been giving him. He's having a career day today. 2nd down and 17 now. Inside the 20. Castellanos throws it, caught. Come on, get this motherfucker. There you go. You get a 7-yard loss play, and then you give up 20 yards on the next play. 1st down, Florida State. Florida has just given up. I should have believed jackpot on. Yeah, I already read that one. 1st down and 10. And now he's going to throw it deep down the right sideline. They threw it out of bounds. He was open, too. Another terrible pass by Castellanos. He's not having a good night tonight so far. He looks rattled. Now, to be fair, he got smacked as soon as he fucking threw the ball. He saw that guy coming. He's lucky that didn't get intercepted. 2nd down and 10 now. And they're going to run it here. Ah, damn, he just, a 1st down, pickup of 12 on 1st, or on 2nd. What quarter is it? 3rd? Yeah. 1st down, Florida State. At the Clemson 44. Empty back set here. It's either going to be a Castellanos run or a pass. And he's back to pass and fires it. Oh, almost picked off. But it was caught. Caught for, is that a 1st down? Well, that's a hell of a catch there. I thought it was about to be picked off. Yeah, caught for a 1st down. 1st down, Florida State. Pete likes ribeyes. Yes, I love ribeyes. It's my favorite. Ribeye might be my favorite food of all time. If you could say you can only eat one piece of meat, pork, chicken, beef, whatever, ribeye would be my pick. 1st down and 10. Big run by Florida State. Somebody fucking tackle this guy. Pickup of 12 yards. They're moving right down the field here. Singleton with the big play there. 12 yards. And they're playing fast. They're going to run it again. This time, good defense by the Tigers. Picks up about 2 yards. Fucking up is what 2025 Clemson does best. Yeah. Well, they've been slowly fucking up for 4 or 5 years now, and now it's just a complete fuck up job. 2nd down and 8. Inside the 20. Florida State in the red zone. Castellanos rolls out to his right. Fires it. Covered. Good defense there. Incomplete. Something tells me Florida State is not going to settle for a field goal here. I think they're in 4-down territory, deep in Clemson territory. That's what I think. You are way behind, busted coverage, and runs down the 20 of Clemson. I'm not way behind. There's a delay on YouTube. So, you're just in the future. I'm in the present. You're just in the future. 3rd down and 8. Castellanos under pressure. Sacked! Let's go. A loss of 5 yards on the sack. There we go. 11 minutes and 41 seconds left in the 3rd. Welcome back, 2025 Clemson defense. Yes. Great pressure here by the Tigers. And if you notice, Terrell tried to strip the ball out there. He didn't strip it out, but he still got the sack. 4th down, and I guess Florida State's going to have, now they're going to be forced to try to kick a field goal here. From, I don't even know how long this is. He missed it! He swung, and he missed. Fuck you. Fuck Mike Norvell. Fuck that kicker too. Boy, he shanked that, didn't he? What a terrible kick. He missed that by a mile. Holy shit, that was bad. That looked like me trying to kick a field goal. We need a touchdown. Yeah, we do. Bad. Yes. Nothing's going right for Florida State tonight, I'm telling you. They can't do anything right. They can't pass the ball. They can't catch the ball. They can't kick field goals. They can't do shit. It's almost like the players at Florida State are trying to get Mike Norvell fired. Maybe they just don't like him. You know? Like, yeah, I'm going to drop a few passes. Maybe we can get rid of this asshole. He thought he was kicking at Miami. Yeah, that was a bad kick there. That was bad. Real bad. Beef brisket is where it's at. There's nothing wrong with beef brisket at all. I mean, if you don't like beef brisket, you're not even an American. If you don't like beef brisket, you hate that flag right there. You may as well go ahead and hang it up. Move to Russia or China or fucking Venezuela or somewhere else. If you hate beef brisket, you're not an American. That's all there is to it. We need secondary help like no other. Something has got to give Tom Allen confidence and stop playing so soft. Yeah, well, I know a lot of the blame goes on Tom Allen. I'm not blaming Tom Allen yet. I'm not blaming him yet. If this defense looks like this next year, I will blame Tom Allen. But Tom Allen came in with the same coaches that were on the Clemson coaching staff when he got there and the same players. So this isn't, I mean, he's calling the plays and he's developed a scheme, but these aren't his players or his coaches. So I'll give him a little bit of leeway here. You know, he came into a situation that was bad already, and I mean, he's not a fucking magician. The offense, on the other hand, I do blame on Garrett Riley. I mean, yeah, of course, everybody loves beef brisket. Anyway, 10-3, Alabama over LSU. LSU's got the ball on a 3rd and long situation here, 3rd down and 11 on the road. And it looks like they're going to let the clock wind down and take a timeout. No, they're not going to take a timeout. I don't know why they're bleeding the clock down here. LSU, the quarterback, Nussmeier's got all fucking day, and he just throws it in the dirt. Nobody open. Here we go. Big play by Clemson, or almost a big play. Adam Randall trips on his own feet, but he still picks up about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Let's run the ball, Tigers. Keep running the ball. You're sitting on a lead at home by multiple scores. Use the clock to your advantage. Wear down this defensive line by running the ball. Nope, not going to run the ball. Going to throw it. And they throw it to the sideline. Caught by Moore. 1st down, Clemson. Let's fucking go. Yeah, Randall got he got the turf monster there. All right, Clemson at their own 37. Klubnik throws it to Antonio Williams. Caught across the 50. Makes a couple guys miss. Inside the 45. 1st down, Tigers. Come on. Klubnik is not playing bad today. I got to give it to him. I mean, he's got happy feet a little bit, but he's not playing bad. 1st and 10, dumps it off to Randall. Randall's got room to run, makes a couple guys miss, breaks a tackle all the way down to about the 21-yard line. Another 1st down, Clemson. Fuck Florida State. The only Indian tribe, I know this is politically incorrect to say, but I don't give a shit. The only Indian tribe that nobody gives a fuck about are the Seminoles. I love the Cherokee. I love the Comanche. I love the Iroquois. Seminoles are fucking degenerates. Even the state of Florida doesn't like Seminoles. 1st down and 10 from the 23. Klubnik rolls out to his right. and just throws it away. Good decision there. They should be running the ball there. I don't know why they're throwing it. Trail of Tears goes through Clemson, yeah. Klubnik is he looks like he did last week now. This might be a good sign, actually. Klubnik is limping. And maybe that means it's time to start running the ball instead of running Klubnik around the pocket. Time to start running the ball. Let's go. Nope, they're going to pass it again. Of course, why wouldn't they? Dumps it off to Davidson. Davidson's got room to run, and he's going to get the first down all the way down to about the 15, I think. No, the 10. First down, Tigers. Cade is limping. Yeah, that might be a good thing. I mean, I don't want Cade Klubnik to be hurt. But let's run the ball here, guys. First and goal from the 10. Let's run the ball. Something tells me they're not going to, though. I don't have faith that they're going to. God damn it. Why did you not hand the ball off there? See what I'm saying? Anytime Clemson calls an RPO, 90% of the time, I'm not even exaggerating, 90% of the time, he's going to keep it and throw it. 90% of the time. 10% of the time, he actually hands the ball off on an RPO. Mike Leach was approved of this drive. He'd approve this. He'd approve of this entire Clemson offense. Second down. Gives it to Randall. Randall puts his shoulder down and picks up 4 yards. Third and goal now. Oh, boy. I mean, the playbook is wide open here. The playbook is wide open in this situation. I don't know what they're going to do. Normally, I'm pretty good at predicting what they're going to do. But in this goal and situation, in this down and situation at the yardage, I don't know what they're going to do. They could do anything here. Klubnik throws it to Williams, caught at the 5, out of bounds. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 5. You got to take the points here. Davison is his bright spot. Yeah, of course he is. What's the point of what? All right, they're going to kick a field goal here. A little chip shot. We'll see what he's got to make this 21-7 if he makes it. From the left hash. And he punches it right through, no problem. 21-7, Tigers. I would have loved to see a touchdown there. But look, I'm not going to complain too much. 21-7. Garrett Riley strikes again, yeah. Yeah, they didn't take one shot at the end zone. And I mean, it's just a lot of dink and dunk. That's what Garrett Riley's offense is. I mean, I understand everybody does that. It's a part of football now. But when that's 90% of your offense, it's just, you're not going to win that way. You're not going to win that way. Gotta love beating the cinnamon rolls. I don't even, am I missing, what does that mean? Garrett Riley's red zone play calling has got to be the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, it is bad. I think Garrett Riley's play calling as a whole is bad. But I agree with you about the red zone, too. This is the Mayo Bowl Eliminator. It might be the Pop-Tart Bowl Eliminator. The Pop-Tart Bowl really wants Clemson. They come to Clemson every week. They've been to Clemson 3 times this year, the Pop-Tart Bowl people. And they're not here today, and I'm glad they aren't. The Pop-Tart Bowl people might be a fucking curse on Clemson. The cinnamon rolls are the criminals. Oh, okay. 10-9. What the F? And Virginia is fighting Elliott's. Is it 10-9 there with Wake Forest? That's Dabo call. Got to conservative play calling. Dabo's not calling the plays. He's already said he's not playing. He said he's not calling the plays. The players have said he's not calling the plays. I don't know why people keep thinking that Dabo's calling the plays. He's not calling the plays. The only play that Dabo is going to call is firing Garrett Riley, most likely. Kentucky beating the hell out of Florida. That's sad. Kentucky is the Boston College of the SEC. The worst team in the conference. What are these animations? I don't think. Oh, yeah. What the fuck are we doing here? Is this a climbing wall? Boy. All right, here we go. Clemson up 21-7. 6 minutes left in the third. And the kick is up. And like predicted, it's another touchback. Has this guy not... I don't think he's kicked a single kick all year that wasn't a touchback, which I'm not complaining about. That's good. No chance to return it, but... Let's see what Clemson's defense can do here, because they've been exposed a little bit. It's been more Florida State's ineptitude to move the ball than Clemson's defense. But here we go. 1st and 10. Clemson needs a turnover here. I don't like even with a 14-point lead. I'm not comfortable. Yeah, I get that's just being a Clemson fan in 2025. And they run it on 1st down and can't stop him. He drags the defensive line for 7 yards. Singleton with 7 yards on the 1st down. Do I think kicker will transfer it? No, I don't know. Pete, I'm back. You said I caused Florida State to score earlier, but I'm back because y'all get this game like I said. No, you didn't cause anything. 2nd down and 3, and they get close. It could be a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up here for the Noles. Clemson has a problem stopping the run. And that's going to be a face mask. They didn't call it. Clemson got away with a face mask there. Big, they got away with that one. That was clear as day. Refs missed that. Dabo was right. Refs suck. 3rd down. And he's off to the races. Nobody can fucking stop him. Up to midfield. 1st down, Florida State. Singleton with a big run there at the 50-yard line. Here we go. I can just see it. A flag down here now. And this is going to be a hold. So, Florida State just got fucked on a face mask call. And then they get a big run the next play, and it's called against them. A holding, which it was. Definitely a holding. Hell, he grabbed it. Who was that? Oh, my God, bro. You can't. He just choke slammed somebody. Damn. Bro, you can't do that. They're going to call that every time. He just grabbed that guy by his neck and threw him on the ground. Yeah, you can't do that. That's a bad penalty by Florida State. He didn't even need to do it either. 3rd down and 16 now. Inside their own 20. Castellanos rolls out to his right, looking downfield, and just throws it out. Incomplete. Castellanos is not playing well tonight at all. B. Bean says rigged. Yeah, anytime your team is not doing what you want to do, that it's rigged. You know, I would love to sit around and say every bet I lose is because the game was rigged. No, it's just because I'm an idiot. That's the real reason that nobody wants to talk about. ACC hate Florida State even more than they do Clemson. Damn. Virginia losing, Louisville losing. Wow. That's great news for Georgia Tech. The team that gains the most by Louisville and Virginia losing is Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's on a bye this week, and they're winning by proxy. I promise you the refs are not like Clemson after this past week. Well, everyone has been coming down on Dabo about, oh, you're blaming your season on the refs, blah, blah, blah. Dabo's right. Is the timing bad? Does it look suspect? Maybe. But every single person agrees with what Dabo said about refereeing in college football. Every single person. I'm still waiting on somebody to tell me what he said that was wrong. I haven't had one person tell me what he said that was wrong. Not one. I'm still waiting. If somebody wants to tell me, I'm all ears. I think I got one more shot left in here. I'm all ears. Clemson has the ball around the 50. Yeah. Cheers. Appreciate y'all. Happy Saturday. Because Florida State did their law suite public while Clemson was in their private. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, Clemson has not put somebody to bed yet. We really need that. First of all, you're getting ahead of yourself. I agree with you, but they need to put together a home win against a Power 4 team. Let's start there. Then we can start talking about putting people to bed. Let's just win the fucking game. Red Hot Chili Papa says freaking Ron Cherry. The hard take can't stand Georgia Tech. Well, they're the biggest winners of today. If Louisville loses and Virginia loses, Georgia Tech is the biggest winner in the country today. From a conference standpoint. Extend Dabo. You don't have to extend him. He's already extended through 2031. Why would you extend him more? He's still got another $50 million on his contract. So. Jay Shipes, he's a Georgia fan. For some reason, he hates Dabo Swinney. I don't know what the reason is. I mean, a lot of Clemson fans hate Dabo Swinney right now too, but I don't know why a Georgia fan would hate Dabo Swinney as much as Jay does. It's weird. I was told Dubu was root. Well, Dubu's got 10 ACC titles and 2 national championships, so and he makes $11.5 million a year, so I'm pretty sure he was right. Duke lost to freaking UConn. Yeah, Duke lost to UConn. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10, Clemson from the 48. Gideon Davidson with the run. Come on, push that pile, baby. Let's go. 9 yards by number 9. Let's go. Let's keep running the ball. Fuck with all this, Cade Klubnik dancing around in the pocket like a pussy, getting rattled. Let's run the fucking ball. Every time I see Garrett Riley's face, I get perturbed. I don't trust him. I don't trust Garrett Riley as far as I can throw him, and I can't even throw him a foot. Here we go. Run the ball again with Davidson. Good defense there by Florida State. He's going to be short, I think. Don't care. Run it again. Run the ball. Damn, your live stream is faster than my Hulu stream. Well, the apparently I'm a minute behind everybody else. I'm a minute ahead of everybody else. What's up, Daddy D-Rock? Go for it here. Let's go. 4th and 1. And they give it to Woods. The jumbo package. Fat boys, let's go. Fat boys in the house. First down, Tigers. I love fat people. I do. I aspire to be a fat person one day. I can't wait. The pork chop package. A lot of people don't have a lot of goals in life. I aspire to be a fat person one day. First down and 10. Klubnik throws it on the run, wide open, on the ground. What the fuck was that? Tristan Smith is over here doing like this. He's over here like this. And Klubnik just throws in the ball. He's like, yep. Nobody around him. This man's sitting down there. He's got a cocktail. Got his legs crossed. He's got his hands down his pants like fucking Al Bundy. Klubnik throws in the ball and he catches it on the ground. Holy shit. Random comment, nice stick. That's not random at all. I whittled this from a silver maple tree with my own 2 hands. Yes, I did. I don't know what just happened there. Sack? God damn it. Yes. This is the Pigskin Pete walking stick. I love this stick. Yes. It comes from my own 2 hands. Yeah, Cade, they need to run the ball. Klubnik's clearly hurt, just like last week. Inside of a minute left here in the third. 2nd down. They're in field goal range. Klubnik dumps it off. Hit immediately. No gain on the play. Got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 12 coming up. Yeah, I'm with you. I think they should put Christopher Vizina in here. I really do. And look, I think Klubnik's played well. It's not that I think Klubnik's played bad. I think he's played pretty well considering. But he's clearly hurt. I'd rather have a healthy Vizina in there than a hurt Cade, for sure. Of course he's going to run a hobble Cade. It's just, I hope Vizina doesn't transfer after this year. Now, I don't think he will because, I mean, he's been on the bench for 3 years. So he knows it's his time next year. But I just don't understand the mentality. I mean, do you have a blind loyalty to a quarterback because you're paying him $3 million a year? Or do you want to win? Because if you're Dabo Swinney and you are Garrett Riley, and Dabo's getting paid $11.5 million a year, Garrett Riley's getting paid $2 million a year, to win, your loyalty should be to winning, not your quarterback. That's the end of the third quarter there. Dabo is loyal to a fault to his players. I mean, it's a good thing in some situations, and a lot of times it's not. Plus, here's the other angle to this. If you are loyal to Cade Klubnik, if he's hurt, he shouldn't be playing because he might get, a real serious injury because he's hurt. We saw this with Kelly Bryant back in 2017. You remember that? They trotted Kelly Bryant up to Syracuse. This guy was clearly hurt. It wasn't like he got hurt during the game. He was hurt before the game. He played him anyway. Then that injury and Kelly Bryant's lack of mobility because he was injured led to him getting a concussion and getting knocked out of the game. So when you play a hurt player, you are risking further injury, a more serious injury. If you really care about your players, then when they're hurt, you shouldn't fucking play them. And it's not like Clemson's got some kind of fucking shitty quarterback on the sideline that doesn't know what he's doing. Vizina's been around. He's been in the Garrett Riley, the Clemson system for 3 fucking years, and we saw him play the other week, and he played pretty well. It's not like you're throwing in somebody that doesn't have any experience in there. At this point, take him out. Take him out. I'm starting to get hot and bothered. I really think Dabo's waiting for the season to be over and make big changes, so don't expect much from next year. He's about to pivot, and I'm happy to have him doing it. Yeah, I don't know. He's unpredictable. He even said, which surprised me, I mean, he did allude to the fact that he's going to make changes. Now, the kind of changes he's talking about making are not the ones that people want him to make. When he talks about making changes, he's talking about coaching, position coaches, coordinators. He's not talking about his philosophy on college football. So you take that for what it's worth. He's not getting fired. He's not leaving. He's going to fire some position coaches. Who will that be? I don't know. We'll see. But he's not changing his stance. Dabo is, for better or for worse, he's stubborn. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being stubborn necessarily. I mean, him being stubborn is the reason that Clemson has been great for the past 10 years when nobody thought that they would be. So you got to give him the benefit of the doubt there. But Dabo is not changing his stance on football or how to run a program. He said, I'm going to stop listening to people so much. I need to get back to, what I was in 2010 when I trusted my own instincts and didn't listen to outside noise. He said, I got too comfortable and I started listening to other people. So I think he's going to do things his way, but I don't think that means he's going to change his stance on the way he views the transfer portal, mainly. We'll see. Anyway, 4th down here. Clemson's going to kick a field goal here early in the 4th quarter. Another fucking shitty play call by Garrett Riley there, by the way. And another money shot. Another money shot by the kicker there. And time is running out for the Noles here. Some jackleg came on the fucking on my YouTube short earlier when I talked about how much I hated Florida State, which I do hate Florida State. I hate Florida State with every soul, every bone in my body. Always have. I went over this earlier. The reason I hate Florida State so much is because I grew up in South Carolina, and there were so many bandwagon Florida State fans at my high school and beyond. We're talking about people that never lived in the state of Florida, didn't have family members that went to Florida State, nothing. They just were fans of Florida State because Florida State was good at the time. And they berated me every day about how terrible Clemson was. I've got a deep fucking hate for Florida State. Because I went through 10 or 15 years of being berated by these asshole bandwagon fans that never lived in Florida or even had anybody in their family connected to Florida State at all, just because they connected themselves to a winning team. So now that they're a dumpster fire, I'm happy. Fuck Florida State. Fuck you. Half of them probably gave up on Florida State. Now they're Alabama fans or Ohio State fans or somebody, or Georgia fans or somebody else that's good. Fuck you. If you grew up in the state of South Carolina and you're not a Clemson or South Carolina fan and you attach yourself to Florida State, fuck you. 1st and 10. And they do a reverse play here, and it worked. Across the 40, a gain of 15 on first down. First down, Florida State. Fuck Florida State. But this guy tried to tell me here at 1st and 10. A short pass caught for about 8 yards close to midfield by Robinson. I mean, 2nd down and 2. This guy tried to tell me that Florida State is just, you're just mad because Florida State's an all-time better program and they're a better... He said they're a better academic school than Clemson. Well, Florida State's the worst academic school in the entire ACC. Everybody knows that. And by the way, if you're bringing up academics, you're already fucked when it comes to a football talk. Then he goes, we're allowed to have one bad season. One bad season? You were 2-8 last year. Clemson was winning the ACC and going to the playoffs. One bad season, my fucking ass. Fuck Florida State. Dumpster fire. You're going to fire your coach after tonight after you lose to Clemson, too. Bitch ass motherfuckers. Fake Indians. 3rd down and 3. From the 47. And they run it. Good defense there by the Tigers. No, he breaks out. Oh, no. Across the 40. First down, Florida State. Free shoes. Ironically enough, I love Jameis Winston. He's probably my favorite player in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, who everybody hates, which is one of the reasons I like him, because he hasn't done anything to gain the hate. Jameis Winston. I love fucking Jameis Winston. Like, Jameis Winston might be the coolest guy ever. Just such a positive, fun guy. I love Jameis Winston. 2nd down and 2. So that's ironic that probably my favorite player in the NFL that's not a Clemson player is Jameis Winston. But Willie loves Florida State. Every Bobby Bonilla is jealous. Yeah. I do love Jameis Winston. He's awesome. 2nd down and 7. From the Clemson 36. Castellanos under pressure. Get him! And he trips behind the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up. Let's go. Yeah, Winston's awesome, dude. I don't know how anybody can not like Jameis Winston. The crab leg shit is funny, but, whatever. That was like, 10 years ago? Jameis Winston is a national fucking treasure, dude. I mean, you could hate Florida State like I do, but how can you not like Jameis Winston? That guy is awesome. 3rd down and 8. Castellanos rolls out to his right, looking downfield, throws it to the sideline. I think that's incomplete. Yeah, out of bounds, incomplete. 4th and 8 coming up. 4th and 8 coming up. It was a swing and a miss by the Noles. 11 minutes left in the game. Winston made Jimbo say, "Yeah, I hope Jimbo's sending some money, like child support payments." I hope Jimbo's sending some child support payments to Jameis Winston. That's a good point. Yeah. He sucks, Pete. He had 38 interceptions in one season. I don't care if he threw a million interceptions. I still love him. I don't care about his interceptions. I just like the guy. Flag down. God damn it. You've got to be kidding me. What was a pass interference on Hampton? What? That's a bullshit call. What the fuck? You got to be kidding me. First down, Florida State. What is this bullshit? That was the worst. That was the worst trick play I've ever seen in my life. Looked like a Garrett Riley play there. Mike Norvell's done. Mike Norvell is done, son. Josh Allen's my favorite. I like Josh Allen too. Yeah, I like him too. I like Lamar Jackson. My three favorite players in the NFL are Jameis Winston, and he's not even a starter. Lamar Jackson and Trevor Lawrence. Those are my three favorite NFL players. Second down and 12. It has nothing to do with football. I just like them as people. Second down and 12. Oh my God, did he get it? Yeah, he got it. First down, Noles. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about people. I like jackasses. Well, you love yourself then because you are a jackass. First and 10 now, Noles from the 8. I'm sorry, I'm from the 14. Castellanos throws it, caught. Yeah, it's going to be a first and goal. There's a flag down, though. Caught by Pittman for the first down. There's a flag thrown before the pass was even thrown. This might be against Florida State. It is. Yeah, that flag was thrown before the pass was even thrown. Offensive pass interference against the Noles there. I don't mind Kermit the Frog most of the time. Yeah, Kermit the Frog's awesome. Oh, are you talking about Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, I don't have a problem with Patrick Mahomes. I don't know why he gets so much hate. Well, first of all, people hate winners. That's number one. First and 25. And they're going to try to run the ball, which is weird in this situation. And he gets about 3 yards. People hate winners. People hate Tom Brady. Like, what the fuck did Tom Brady ever do to anybody to make him hate? Like Tom Brady is just a winner. So people hate Tom Brady for some reason. It's weird. I don't get it. People hate Patrick Mahomes for something. Patrick Mahomes never did anything to anybody to be hated, you know? I mean, there's certain players that should be hated because they're assholes, but second down and 20, and Clemson's defense steps up again. Florida State has resorted to weird play calling, and it's just not fucking working. Flag down. They don't trust Castellanos to try to throw the ball downfield. That's what I'm learning here in the second half. It's weird. They're trying to do. Gus Malzahn is just he doesn't believe in Castellanos. That's clear. That is clear. Let's see what this flag is. And that's against Florida State again. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness after the play. So the Noles players are just getting frustrated at this point. Kelsey is not very likable because he's yeah. That is just a bad fucking penalty right there. A bad penalty. 3rd and 34. 3rd down and 34. Castellanos sidearm throws, and it's caught inside the 30, but it's going to be 4th and what, 20 maybe? Time's running out for the Noles. What a pitiful performance by Florida State. I mean, pitiful. You hate to see it, don't you? You hate to see it, don't you? 4th down and 24. This is going to be a 47-yard field goal attempt. Kicking field goals down 24. All right, 24-10. Damn, they're bad. I thought Clemson was bad. You ain't seen bad until you seen Florida State step on a football field. Yeah, Clemson better fucking run the ball here. I know that. It better be run the ball, Paul, for the next 8 minutes. That's all I want to see. I don't even want to see K. Klubnik back on the field. And he's played well today. I'm not shitting on K. Klubnik. He's played well today. I don't want to see him back on the field, though. Why risk further injury? And why not just run the ball? The game is in your hands. The only way that Clemson is in jeopardy of losing this game is if Garrett Riley fucks up again. That's it. That's it. I don't even care if they only win by a point. Just win. Get a win. I'm shocked that Clemson has control of the game. Thanks, Knowles. Yeah, thank you, Florida State. Dumpster fire of a football program. Dumpster fire of a university. Dumpster fire of a city. Everything about Florida State makes my skin crawl. Nobody respects you. Nobody. Joke of a football program. Joke of a head coach. Joke of a transfer quarterback. I won $1,014 on Vanderbilt and UConn. I won $50 on Vanderbilt today. So there is that. I've got $100 on Clemson. So I just need Clemson to win. And I didn't even pick Clemson to win this game, so I'm not going to lie. But I for some reason, I only bet on Clemson one time this year. Once. Week 1 against LSU. I think I actually bet you, Vandy Dandy, didn't I? Yeah. I lost that. I haven't bet on them since. I've been telling people all week, don't bet on Clemson to cover as a favorite against anybody. And that's sound advice. I woke up this morning. I don't know what it was. I had a feeling to bet on Clemson, and I did. The only time I bet on Clemson since week 1 was this week. Imagine having to live in Tallahassee. That's down bad. Yeah, you're down. If you're living in Tallahassee, have you ever driven through there? It's sad. It's really sad. If Mike Norvell returns to Memphis, watch out. Well, he might have to because he's probably going to get fired. And he probably should be fired, too. I mean, Florida State's not going to even make a bowl game. I mean, Clemson might not either, but they got a better chance than Florida State does. This is the bowl game, playoff game here between Clemson and Florida State. The winner of this game might make a bowl game. What? There's a flag here. What just happened there? All right, here we go. 1st and 10 Clemson. Pitch play to Adam Randall, and he's dragged down after a 2-yard gain there. 7.5 minutes and counting for the Tigers. Up by 14 here. Both teams still have all 3 of their timeouts, so that the clock is in Clemson's favor. They need to keep running the ball here. I don't know why they'd pass it at this point at all. It would be a bad idea. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to a long shot, but short passes, I don't know why you do that. I really don't. 2nd down and 8. And they run it again with Randall, and he gets up to the 40. He's going to be about 3 or 4 yards short. 3rd and 4 coming up. Mike Norvell doesn't like me. Yeah, Mike Norvell's not a real American. He doesn't like this flag right here. He probably shouldn't move to New York with Mondami because he hates America and brisket. 3rd down and 5. And Clemson is, they're doing what they should do here and just letting the clock bleed, son. Klubnik's going to keep it, and he's not going to get the 1st down. He's going to be about 3 yards short. I don't know what the fuck that was. I mean, Klubnik is clearly hurt. Why are you running him? And that was a clear design quarterback draw. It wasn't like, he just scrambled there. I don't know what that was. Why are you running a quarterback with one leg? This is what I'm talking about with Garrett Riley. You've got the game in hand. You've got 2 capable running backs, and you're running your hurt quarterback for no fucking reason at all. I can't stand Garrett Riley. I can't. All right, fair catch called for at the 19-yard line. He's got to fire him. Well, he's the one that hired him, though. Home alone and Clemson is winning. Oh, boy. I don't even know. What does that mean? I'm not home alone. My son's here with me and my cat. Are you home alone? You're not talking about me? You're talking about you? What would he say to that? What would who say to that? Riley is a shitbag.
Casket!
Riley is a shitbag. What would Garrett Riley say to that? I don't give a shit what Garrett Riley's got to say about anything. What do you say to those fans that say that Dallas or that DA calls are Dabo? Dabo's not calling plays. So what I would say to them is you don't know what you're talking about. The players have said that Dabo's not calling plays. The coaches have said that Dabo's not calling plays. I don't know, I don't know where people are getting that from. Dabo doesn't call plays. Now, here's what I do think. I do think that during the week, Dabo is like when you see these weird trick plays, I think Dabo's got something to do with that. Dabo's probably drawing up some dumb shit during the week when he's drinking coffee in the morning before he goes in the facility, and he's like, and he probably brings it to Garrett Riley. He's like, look at this play. We should, run this guy here and we'll do an end around there, and we'll have Antonio Williams throw it over the top to K Klubnik in the end zone. I can see Dabo doing that. But as far as the every down plays, Dabo is not calling plays. I don't know where people are getting that from. He's not. He never has. How do we know? Because the coaches and the players have said he doesn't. I mean, are they lying? Is everybody lying? The entire team is lying about Dabo not calling plays. Okay. I mean, if Dabo called the plays, he'd say he's calling the plays. I don't understand what y'all are watching or listening to. I don't understand it at all. Dabo's not calling plays. People just make shit up. First down and 10. 5.5 minutes left here. Florida State with the ball inside their own 20. What is this? A reverse flea flicker? Caught at the 40, across the 50. Yeah. Inside the 50, down to the 45. It's going to be first down, Noles. Wow. And they're pulling out all the stops here. Castellanos back to pass on 1st and 10. Rolls out to his right. Clemson's playing prevent defense now. Not even any attempt to put pressure on Castellanos. He's just back there. I hate this. I hate this. They're about to fucking let him score and get back in this game with 4 minutes left. They need to fucking put pressure on this guy, not just back off. They're about to back off. This is going to piss me off. Put pressure on him. 2nd and 10. Castellanos, he's got all fucking day. Incomplete. But no pressure again. Clemson has abandoned the blitz. They've abandoned the blitz, which has been working the entire game, but now they're going to stop doing it because they got a 14-point lead. 3rd down and 10 now. Castellanos under no fucking pressure at all again. Wide open over the middle, inside the 35 down to the 31. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Soft coverage. No pressure at all. Number 47 is standing there with a clear lane to sack him, and he's just fucking standing there with his dick in his hand. God damn, I hate this team. I mean, they're trying to blow it. Number 47 could have sacked Castellanos on that play. He just stood there going like this with nobody around him in the middle of the field for 10 fucking seconds while Castellanos is sitting over there jerking off in the pocket. What the fuck are we doing? If you look at Sammy Brown after the game, his helmet off, that dude just looks like a contestant on Survivor. Yeah. It's not his fault. That was the play that was called. It's not Brown's fault. He was told to do that. That's the problem. They're playing soft. Dabo/Allen thinks the defense is good enough to make Florida State dink and dunk without being big plays. Yeah, again with the Dabo thing. I agree with what you're saying, but it's not Dabo. Dabo's fingerprints are not on the defense. Forget the offense. They're definitely not on the defense. And by the way, this is not a Clemson thing. Every team that's up by multiple scores inside of 8 minutes or 7 minutes does what they're doing. I don't understand why. I don't get it. Like, what you've been doing defensively has been working all game, but now you're going to try to protect your lead inside of 8 minutes and do something different. Why? It's the same thing on offense. When you're running the ball and it's working, and then you just abandon the run because you're winning. Why? Whatever you're doing, look, this isn't just a football lesson. This is a life lesson. Whatever you're doing, if it's working, keep doing it. Pretty simple. Garrett Riley makes about as much sense as a poor man looking for his car under the street lamp because that's where the light is. Yeah, exactly. Right. All right, here we go. There's a 4.5 minutes left or so. And I don't know how long it's been since the last time I said fuck Florida State, but fuck Florida State and fuck Tallahassee. Just so you know. Fuck Florida State and fuck Tallahassee. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Noles from the Clemson 32. Castellanos under pressure. Let's go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Bring the pressure. Sacked. They might call that incomplete. If that's incomplete, it should be intentional grounding. It's either a sack or grounding. There's no incompletion there. I don't know what the fuck that was. It looked like me trying to throw a pass. That looked like me trying to throw a pass there. And they do throw a flag. It's going to be grounding. They throw a late flag, a really late flag. And by late, I mean by like 30 seconds. And Mike Norvell is he's livid. What did they do? Shoot off a bunch of fucking powder cannons at Clemson? Why is it so smoky in there? I hate when these teams do this. There's no, like, do you think you're doing the fans a favor by shooting cannons off for no reason with 5 minutes left in a football game and all of a sudden you can't see the game because I paid $500 for a seat and I can't see the game because you fired off a bunch of cannons and there's smoke everywhere? What are you doing? 3rd down. I mean, what the fuck? No smoking. Why not? You guys are shooting off cannons and filling the entire stadium with a thick layer of smoke, but I can't smoke a cigarette? You got to be kidding me. 3rd down and 19. And they throw a short ball with Florida State. They've given up. They've given up. You're down 14 points, and you're throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage. You've given up. Given up. 4th down. Dabo's over here doing air traffic control on the sideline. Here we go. It's 4th and 14. They're going for it because they have to. Obviously. From the 36. Castellanos trips. Castellanos just trips over his own feet. Hey, Florida State. Hey, Florida State. Yep, that's a home run right there. Have a fun trip back to Tallahassee, bitches. Have a fun trip back to Tallahassee, you bitch-made pussies. Fuck y'all. Fuck Florida State. Fuck Bobby Bowden. Fuck Warwick Dunn. Fuck Danny Cannell. Fuck Chris Ponder. And even though she's hot, fuck Samantha Ponder too. Fuck the entire state of Florida and the entire city of Tallahassee. And fuck Octavian for even living there. He's a Florida fan. For some reason, he lives there. Fuck him, too. Game over, bitch. Cry about it. ACC hates Florida State more than Clemson does. Yeah. Since my last comment was ignored, I'm proud of you for not grabbing the shotgun during the Duke game last week, brother. I didn't even see your last comment, but I'll never kill myself over a football game if that's what you're insinuating. Joel says, good game, Tiger Bros. Yes. Big win for the biggest winner in the ACC this week is Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's the biggest winner of the week this week in the ACC, and they didn't even play. Imagine that. 2nd down and 8. Watch Garrett Riley do some dumb shit here and pass the ball on 2nd and 8. Up by 14 points. That's be some shit he would do. Watch this. I'm not even kidding. No, he's going to run it with Cade Klubnik instead. The fuck was that? Even in victory, I can't enjoy it. I can't even enjoy victory with Garrett Riley calling the offense. That's how bad it is. Yeah, let's run our hurt quarterback. I mean, we've got a stable full of running backs, but no, let's run Cade Klubnik because why? Well, I mean, we said we were going to run him at least 15 times this game. Well, he's only got 1 leg. I don't care if he's got 0 legs. We'll put him in a wheelchair out there and let him fucking wheel his way around the goddamn field. I fucking hate Garrett Riley. In Riley's defense, that ball looked like it was meant for Randall. And they just cut. How about just hand it off? Well, I mean, third down and 10. Let's see what dumbass play they call here. They give it to Randall. Day late and $1 short. He gets about 4 yards out of that. So Clemson's going to have to punt here. They just won't end this game, will they? Joel says, we are looking at UVA losing to Wake Forest, and then Cal upsets Louisville, then Georgia Tech ain't dead. Yeah, it's like I said, Georgia Tech's the biggest winner of the day so far today. Yeah. Riley's still running Cade because his shit back. Cade shouldn't even be in the game right now. Let's forget what play calling they're doing, which is terrible. Cade should not be in the football game right now, but he is for some reason that I can't explain, or nobody can explain. I mean, look, he can't even move. Unbelievable. Uh, 2.5 minutes left here. Clemson's going to punt. And a fair catch called for at the 11. Good punt there by Clemson. Virginia's starting quarterback was knocked out. Yeah, I heard that. Somebody typed that earlier that Chandler Morris was hurt. That's unfortunate. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Clemson fans chanting the Seminoles song. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so 2 minutes and 27 seconds left here for Florida State at the 12. Castanellis under pressure. Somebody get him. Just chunks it in the air deep. Intercepted by the Tigers. Game over, bitch. Hey, send your ass back to Tallahassee with a fucking thank you note. Fuck you. Game over. Pick. Florida State comes on the road, gets embarrassed. The first home win against the Power 4 team by Clemson in over a year. And it couldn't be against a better team or a more sweet team than the Criminals. Fuck Florida State. Fuck you. Take your ass back to Tallahassee on a Greyhound bus, you bunch of bitches. Fuck Mike Norvell, too. How about that? How about that? Why is Klubnik coming back in the game? What are we doing? He can't even walk. Fuck Florida State. Dabo owns them. This is the worst year that Dabo's had since 2010 in football. He still fucking owns Florida State. And Mike Norvell. They're his bitch. At least they're running the ball now. Thank you, Joelish. Fuck FSU, go Tigers. That's right. Yeah, fuck them. I don't know why Cade's in the game. This is unbelievable. Why? There's zero reason why he should be in there at all. Zero. If Cade isn't in there, how's Riley not going to run him? Yeah, I don't know. Bama's up 17-6 over LSU at the end of the third, near the end of the third quarter. There. Fired Norvell on the tarmac. Clemson has to win 2 of the last 3 to become bowl eligible. Yeah, they've got to. They got to beat Furman and either Louisville or South Carolina. That's what they got to do. Yeah, they'll probably run it again with him. They definitely will. They're like, Klubnik's hurt. Well, how bad? Oh, I don't know. I mean, he can hardly walk. Well, as long as he can still walk, he can still run. What? No. He's hurt. Well, I mean, is he on his back? No. All right, we still run him then. I mean, there's no reason we can't run him. He's still got 2 legs that work, right? Well, one of them only halfway works. Well, better than nothing. Do they have a better chance of beating Louisville or the Chickens? Honestly, probably South Carolina. I think Louisville's going to beat Clemson. Chunky says, "Come on, jackpot, Pete." What do you mean by that? What's up, Chunky? How you doing, man? Riley needs him in for the last 2 minutes of the game to finish off his ankle. Yeah, he's not quite hurt enough yet. Is Norvell fired after this game? Should be. Should have been fired before this game, honestly. Who asked about a ranked team or beat a bad South Carolina team? Huh? I don't know what you're asking. I think Louisville's a better team than South Carolina. And that game's on a Friday, too. That's next Friday. It's a short week for Clemson on the road. Short week for road teams in the ACC on Friday nights are not typically a good situation. So I'll be surprised. I'll be interested to see who's favored, Louisville or Clemson next week. I think Louisville might be favored. It might be close to a pick 'em, honestly. Second down and 8. And they do hand the ball off to Randall, and he goes nowhere. He loss of 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Who asked about beating Louisville or a bad South Carolina team? CJ did. Friday night games for Clemson isn't good. Friday night games for the road team in the ACC is not good for any team, not just Clemson. But yeah, I mean, I think Louisville might be the best team in the ACC. So going on the road on a short week to play what I think is the best team in the ACC at home, it's like a trifecta of a bad situation there. Looking forward to Clemson versus Michigan in the Potato Bowl. I'll take any bowl at this point. Potato Bowl, Mayo Bowl, Pop-Tart Bowl, Birmingham Bowl, fucking ReliaQuest Bowl. Anything that has the word bowl at the end of it, I'll take. Because that means Clemson wins at least 2 of their last 3 games. And that is sad to say that. but it's reality. There's a little even beaten Cal. Are you sure they'll still be ranked? Yeah, they'll still be ranked. I don't even know what the score. What is the score with them? 3rd down and 9 for Clemson here. Klubnik's still in the fucking game for no reason. Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown. I've been up for too long. I said Antonio Brown. Antonio Williams with the carry goes nowhere. So Clemson's going to punt it away here, but they're going to let the clock run down. Florida State's out of timeouts. They're going to run this thing down to about 33 or 34 seconds or so. So game is pretty much over. Well, it is over. Fuck Florida State. It's over. I don't want no mayonnaise bowl. I don't care. Pete has a pager on his hat like the 90s. No, you guys are the one that asked me to do this, by the way. I didn't ask for this. I've been doing this deal for 5 years on these game streams. I've been using this. But y'all tell me you can't hear me. So I had to go out and spend money on this to make y'all happy. And then when I make y'all happy, I get berated about it. I hope Clemson can finish the game without no turnovers. Yeah, no turnovers for the Tigers tonight so far. Is Antonio Brown in jail? No. Well, he was. He got arrested. But I'm pretty sure he's out on bail. I don't even know the story of that. He got arrested for attempted murder or something. Who did he try to kill? I don't know about anything about that case, but I do know that Antonio Brown is one of the funniest people on Twitter. He's got one of the best accounts on Twitter to follow. He's hilarious. I want a bowl-eligible team for extra practices before spring. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh my God, they Clemson downs it at the 1 yard line. Stick a fucking fork in them. This is kind of close to a fork, isn't it? It's got a fork on it. Stick a fork in them. Done. Bye bye. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Fuck Florida State. Hey, Clemson sucks this year, but guess what? Nobody sucks as bad as you do, you fucking bitches. Fuck Florida State. Bunch of cunts. Yeah, a safety be funny here. 22 seconds left. Almost. He was almost sacked. Incomplete. Hey, Pete, I want to come over and say congrats on the W, bro. Come on over, bro. What are you waiting on? What's up, Mr. Duggar? Mr. Duggar loves everybody, and everybody loves Mr. Duggar. I hate Florida State. Now, I mean, I don't know how else to hide it. I can't hide it. My feelings can't be hidden. The most arrogant fan base to never have done anything in the past 15 years. Well, I take that back. Since Jameis Winston. So 12 years, 11 years. Too soft up front, run the clock out. Yeah. They're still trying real hard, though. Complete. 8 seconds left. The Trail of Tears. Hufferbelly Paul might be real down bad. Hufferbelly Paul is a friend of mine and also a Clemson fan and a Clemson grad. But he roots against Clemson every week, so he's probably in a real bad way right now. I don't know how he's going to handle Clemson winning, honestly. I mean, I think he wakes up just hoping Clemson's going to lose, which is really sad, but it's just true. Yeah, he pisses me off too. I mean, I love Paul, but he's one of the most annoying people that I know. As far as football goes, anyway. And there it is. Game over. Clocks hit zeros. 24-10 is your final score. Clemson on top. Also, and more importantly, pay Peete. That's right. I woke up this morning with a feeling that Clemson was going to win today. Even though in my gambling mind I knew it was a bad idea, I put $100 on the Tigers. So it's a double victory for your boy Pigskin Pete. Clemson wins, a triple victory even. Clemson wins, Florida State loses, and I get paid. Fuck Florida State. Better luck next year. We'll see who your coach is next year, too. He'd probably be looking for one after this embarrassing loss. The first team to lose to Clemson at home since October of 2024. So you have that to hang your hat on, too, as long as the rest of your miserable fucking season. Fuck Florida State. Clemson's rushing the field. Yeah, they should be. They haven't won a game in over a year at home. You hear what I just said? Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Great game. Finally, Clemson gets a win at home. All the joking aside, I had a great time. And that's it. I'll be back tomorrow for the Clemson, the State of the Fan address like I do every week, win or lose. So tune in for that. Have a great rest of your college football Saturday night. I'll see y'all later.